I do not consent to this recording. Let it stand for the record.
Well, that's funny. You're still here. All right. So such is the auspicious beginning of our 72nd session of the Roses Are Red campaign.
Here we
go. We are rolling things back just a little bit, and the private investigator Uhtred sent out to discover the adopter of his daughter has not yet returned. So at the moment, we have Mirok enacting his role as mayor of Tarnholm. We have Uhtred, Bort, Yanni, and Smolyet killing time at the Cordessi estate in Penteros. I believe Dakuda is setting up his brand new house in Tarnholm and doing some interior and exterior decorating and re-architecting. And that leaves Largo either creepily watching the orphans at his orphanarium.
No.
Or making deals with the dean at Castigan's and trying to secure his philosophy of arcane manipulation or whatever. What's the name of this class that you want to teach?
I think, just to phrase it weird, learnings of the weave.
That sounds like something that has a colon and a subtitle.
Yeah, learnings of the weave 1.
To me, that sounds like a salon in like Harlem.
Is this the prestidigitation class focused on hairdressing? 2 doors down.
Learning of the weave. What was the follow up to that?
Learnings.
Learnings
of the weave 1.
101.
1. Okay.
One of how many? Is that to be decided?
2 semesters.
Depends on if he gets tenure.
1 and 2.
Right. And that's at Castigan's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. Let me know if I'm like too loud or too quiet, by the way. I'm not used to this mic setup.
It's good.
Sound good to me.
Just do it. Learnings of the weave, and then more learnings of the weave. That's also valid.
I will take Dakuda's suggestion.
And then
Additional learnings of the weave beyond the previously learned learnings of the weave. 1 and 2.
Yeah, so I'm just like figuring out, I'm brokering a deal with Castigan's.
Mm-hmm.
And you decide to go for the third, and it's yet even more
Yeah,
learnings of the weave.
Or the third one's just called.
Parentheses, surprise, there's more.
The real learnings are the words we weave along the way.
Yeah. And I'm working on writing the textbook, but it's not written yet. I'll need to teach a couple semesters before.
Okay. So is there anything that anyone would like to initiate before I have the world initiate shit upon you?
I mean, after communing with my ancestors, I'm probably going to try to go to Tarnholm and talk, or not Tarnholm, Penteros and talk to Marcotte. If Dakuda would want to come with me, that would be super helpful.
Sure.
Okay.
Is there a source anywhere close that I can get lead? Like a mine that has lead.
Or what? How much lead are you looking for?
I'll have to do the math.
Lead is very common in silver mines,
Yes.
just speaking geologically.
Good. I would have asked you. So I thought you might know something about it.
That's how it works in this world.
I mean, if you want some lead that you can use in the functioning of like.
I'm not line one room.
Oh,
One
so
room.
you're looking for like.
Veritable butt nut.
Yeah, perhaps nearly a ton lead.
I'll do the math at some point.
You know, a buttload is a nautical, is an actual nautical amount.
I did not. What is for what?
I mean, I'm just gonna kind of pull this out of my ass here, but it's something like this. Add if you will, Dan, but it's like they call a specific part of the ship the butt, and then whatever fits in there is the buttload.
At least that's what they told him.
I'm on a website that has a .org at the end, so I'm going to get the goddamn right answer.
I'm pretty sure it's right back there by the poop deck.
Institute of Nautical Archaeology. All right.
It's how much you can fit in the poop deck. That's a buttload.
They reduced that to narcheology, narcheology.
You're a fucking narc, man. Studied narcheology.
Hello. Hello.
Don't get them started, Scott.
Man, I got this all set up and I forgot to show you my cool decorations I put on. Shit. Oh. Look, they've even got roses. I bought those before and I totally didn't even think about it. And I was like, that's got roses on it.
Oh, let me get over to that view. Oh, nice.
That's really cool.
That's got roses on it, and that's got roses on it. I had that for a while and I didn't even realize. I started putting them on there. I was like, holy shit.
Roses are everywhere, man.
I feel like it would probably be a more accurate statement if the D20 was one-sided up instead of the 20 up. But, you know.
It also had, it actually said around the outside of it, Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons, but I took it off.
This is Pathfinder, motherfucker.
Right.
All right, so Mirok and Dakuda are going to head to Bibliotheca Esoterica.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys get there, and as you enter the establishment, you see another new face behind the desk. This is a darker skinned half elf woman. And you know, when you come in, she almost looks like she's trying to figure out where else she needs to be before she realizes, you know, that she is actually the attendant here and she needs to speak with the customers.
Damn it.
I nudged Dakuda and quietly say, the turnover here is incredible. And then I'm going to walk up and approach her since she doesn't seem to be paying attention and say, hello, excuse me.
He says, welcome to the Bibliotheca Esoterica. Is there some way I can help you today?
Yes, my friend Dakuda and I gesture at my much taller friend, are interested in books today, but we're not certain which ones. So I was wondering if you could bring me a number of books that match this description.
So I can try to help.
Okay, we'll see how this goes. I ask her, I need all of your books on creatures that are longer than 150 pages, but not 300 pages long.
She looks at you.
Metagaming.
Sort of expectantly for like 10, 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And says, sorry, did you say creatures?
Yes. Right? Or monsters. I'm sorry, monsters.
You use the term creatures in your
Yeah, I did use creatures. Yep. Yeah. So I stick with that. I say, yeah, creatures. Any creature.
Just living things. Books on living things, please.
technically in Pathfinder terms, anything that has hit points is a creature.
Uh-huh. I mean, if she needs more clarification, and I also, this doesn't need to happen today. Like if she's like, I'll need about a week, I'll be like, cool.
She says, well, excuse me, let me see what I can do. And she leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And after like 10, 15 minutes, Marcotte comes out.
Yeah, reasonable.
Why are you harassing my employees?
This imbecile tells me that you are asking for all of the books on creatures between 150 pages and 300 pages long. I assume that she is just a pure idiot to have come to me with such an inane request. That is almost half the books that I have in my library.
Cool. Mirak doesn't want to get this girl fired, so he immediately is like, no. That is exactly what I asked. And I'm happy to talk with Margaret more and say I'm looking for something.
And like you know, she's like, you can kind of see her barely, like just through the crack in the door, and she's crying.
Jesus Christ. I feel like we just should start getting the names of these people and like having jobs lined up for them every time we meet them. Yeah, so I say, no, that was mine. And I say, you know, obviously I'd be more interested in books on monsters specifically, especially monsters that can be found underground but are not only found underground. You know, I realize I might be narrowing books from like thousands down to dozens, but
Perhaps if you could tell me why you are looking for such things, maybe I could help narrow down as well.
I nod and I look at Dakuda and I'm giving you like a look. It's like, can you give us a second?
Yeah, and then I'm like, I just realized, what are we doing here?
That's the opposite of giving me a second. I give Dakuda like, look, I'm gonna give me a second, and then I start talking in a low dwarven voice to Marcotte, and I say, I'm trying to determine what happened with the Tarnholm mine. I believe it's a creature. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm led to believe that the information I need is in your library.
Okay.
Saying it's all in Dwarven.
So in Dwarven, he responds, oh, all right. Well, I guess I can, that will help me narrow down the possibilities quite a bit.
And then Dakuda in Dwarven says, oh.
I get very red very quickly. He's not supposed to know the great shame.
Yeah, Mark says, we all have our shames. Don't we, Slate Belt?
I give him like a non-answer. I go like, well, you know, because like Mirak's like, I still have my name. I don't want to like, I have shame, but your shame's different.
He leaves, and about 20 minutes later, he comes back with six books.
Okay.
Three of them are zoological collections of creatures that subterranean creatures. One of them is more what you would call, surface adjacent, creatures that live in caves and underground on the surface, and the other two are like underdark, deep underground creatures. And one of them is specifically about purple worms.
Right. So three are zoological, one is surface adjacent, one is underdark, and one is about surface worms.
No. Three are zoological, and of those three, one is surface adjacent, and the other two are about underdark creatures. So they're like, they're National Geographic, articles, stories, compilations, some taxonomical data, but basically naturalists who put together a compilation of work about creatures that live in a certain ecosystem.
Okay.
Two refer to the Underdark, and one is more like in caves and just underground, like includes like moles and groundhogs and that kinds of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And then one is specifically about purple worms. One is specifically about bullets. And one is more of a possibly nonfiction, possibly semi-fictional sort of adventure story written by a dwarven explorer who delved into the Underdark. And
She gave that one.
Does it say the name of the dwarf on the book?
Yeah, it's let's see. Mervik Greyrock.
Mervik Greyrock. Okay.
He says, if there is some sort of beast that is terrorizing the mines beneath Tarnholm, it will probably be found in one of these books. And he kind of gestures at the first story.
Mm-hmm.
And he points at the one about the boulette. And he says, if it's this, good luck. And he points at the one about purple worm. And he says, is this, I promise to say something nice at your funeral.
Okay. As like a player question, I don't think Boulette's like CR6.
Well,
What is Mirok's knowledge nature check?
Probably terrible.
Yeah,
Grew up in
so
the
he
city.
probably has no fucking clue what a bullet is.
Yeah. Yep, it's pretty terrible.
As a dwarf, he might have heard of it as a sort of boogeyman creature, because it is a bane for dwarven miners.
Yeah.
I got the picture from like the very first. Looks like a fish with legs, or like cross between like a lumpy
There's a reason they
fish
call it a
and-
land shark.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
it looks kind of like a shark. It's got the fin on the back and everything, but then it's got like really thick
mhm.
clawed arms.
well, how much would it cost to just? I look at Dakuta and I ask him, like, would it make, you're a regular here, this is why I brought you here. Would it make the most sense for us to just like stay and speed read these right now, or should we buy them? What do you think?
What does it cost?
For the set of 6 of them,
One.
he says they'll give you the set of 6 for, well, actually, he won't sell the one about the purple worm because he doesn't have a copy of it. He can make you a copy and sell you one. The other 5 he does have copies of, and those 5 he'll let those go for 70 gold.
What do you think? Would you buy them?
Sure. That, or we can browse.
I'm not asking you to buy them. I'm asking your opinion. Should I buy them?
Right. If that's not too much, I would. Otherwise, we could sit here possibly and look through them a little bit and narrow it down to a different number. I'm sure, given time, we could probably make a good decision on it.
Yeah, that's a smart choice. To like sit here and be like, oh, we probably don't need this one. We can ditch this one.
Yeah. Say we spend an hour kind of skimming through them, both of us, something like that.
Yeah, Dan, can we do that?
Yeah, if you want. I mean, you do have a library card.
Have you any more books on archaeology? The older the better. I'm guessing I've been in here a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, you've come in a couple times asking that question, and at this point, you know there's a series of them,
Mhm.
and you've just been picking one and
Okay.
using that, but
I don't know if I had gotten.
there
any.
are additional ones. It's just
I'm just gonna pick up on one other book. I don't know if I've got any biofeedback from the Ghost Dragon, if he likes anything specific, but I will try and.
well, mostly what he's been looking for is stuff that's been published after he died, because from his estimation, he's read about everything that was published
Makes
before
sense.
he died. So
Maybe we could make some rolls to narrow down the books better, or
sure. Let's just keep it simple and say roll an intelligence check, and the better you roll on this, the better your choices by the dragon's standards.
that wasn't very good.
No,
It would just be a 12.
12. Okay, so yeah,
It's about 50-50. So
yeah.
really didn't help a whole lot.
But yeah, it's something. So yeah, you pick out a book. Mark says 10 gold.
I should probably take a couple more off there.
How long would it take him to copy that Purple Worms book?
About a week.
Dakuta, can you copy just like the relevant parts of the Purple Worm book while we're here? Because I'm thinking we could skim through these books and be like, this one's probably not that
Yeah, that
useful.
would actually
But,
probably.
like, But like realistically, like if we're trying to go into this mine at any point and kill whatever's in there, we should know the whole spectrum of possibilities.
I think that's good idea. I would probably be interested in doing that anyway.
Okay, so I'll give you. You read the Purple Worm book. I'm just gonna go ahead and pay 70 gold pieces to Marcotte for the rest of these books.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take them home and start reading them. Which I only need to sleep 2 hours a day. I have a super brainiac headband, so maybe I can crank them out.
Okay. All right. So let's say Dakota and Mirok give me knowledge nature checks.
Buddy.
These will be modified by the fact that you have books on the subject. So.
Okay.
28.
Sorry, 1 second. Okay. 13 on the die. Nature is modified by intelligence. 16 total.
Okay. All right. So, obviously, Dakota, you collect a significant amount of information about purple worms. Now, the book that you got is like several different accounts compiled, and a lot of it is theory on what exactly a purple worm is and what it can do.
Mm-hmm.
As a lot of the prose in there is about, almost nobody survived to tell the tale. Purple worms are extremely dangerous, incredibly powerful.
Don't Google that, by the way.
Not.
Purple
Oh,
worm.
purple. I see. I thought you meant, oh, don't metagame. But you're being like, oh, you're going to see dildos. I see your joke now.
They've got some sort of a poison, and they are just massive engines of destruction that live deep below, usually in the Underdark.
Do we have any stuff for poison antidotes? I guess it depends on the poison, right? But I'm guessing there's probably some spells.
I believe Mirok has neutralized poison as one of his oracle.
Nice.
It's called not being a wuss, Dakota.
It's called not being a wiener. Yeah, when Mirok casts neutralized poison, it just sounds like, I'm going to suck the venom right out of you.
You should have to do that.
He learned it from a Baptist wizard.
And I'll say additionally, Dakota, and looking at some of the other stuff, you're reminded of the giant centipedes that you bought a while back. And you're kind of like sitting there going, oh, no, like this is, they were this long. The coloration was like this. So you actually, having firsthand experience, have a little bit more knowledge than what the book tells you.
I'm like,
Mirok going over what possible things. Now, granted, the boulette is something that is regarded in the literature as extremely dangerous. I don't know how easily you can sort of gauge the danger level on your end.
Yeah.
But you could definitely, given what's written, it is, extremely dangerous to standard miners and,
Mm-hmm.
maybe not highly seasoned adventurers, but definitely a menace to the normal folk.
Yeah. Totally.
Basilisks pop up, which is something you've fought Dracolisks before, so basilisks would be more manageable than that. There's several entries speaking about different oozes, slimes, including the gelatinous cube.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
Which could also be feasibly an issue for, the situation at Tarnholm. There is some reference to aberrations like aboleths and other sort of slimy aquatic lake creatures found in underground rivers and lakes that have an aberration origin. And finally, the last thing that kind of catches your eye is possibility of some sort of living fungus creatures or humanoids, which that gets a little bit of back and forth in the books as to whether they are intelligent or bestial.
Okay.
But yeah. As sort of an all-encompassing category, they're myconids, but they also fall under several subcategories to that.
Did you just lose power?
I'm adjusting something on my computer. Turns out one of the outlets is dead that I thought wasn't dead, but I'm still here. I'm just switching some outlets up right now by listening.
He wanted to get into the Underdark.
Yeah.
This is how the worm people feel. Have you ever thought about how the worm people feel once in your life?
Oh, try.
You goddamn better.
Do we have any info on what happened? Or is it an absolute complete mystery?
So a lot of the early information I have on the mine was when I was not taking great notes. But I believe the gist of it was that the dwarves used some divining magic, found this load of silver. They mined here for a while. It was prosperous, and then something calamitous happened. However, dwarves are very tight-lipped about cultural shame, which is why I politely asked Akuto to step away. The mine was abandoned for a while, and then Mayor Crane, I think, kind of restarted it as a timbering facility from Zenic, and he briefly reopened the mines.
Just to clarify,
Mm-hmm.
Crane was a woodsman who
Okay.
was sent out to Zenic as part of a lumbering company,
Mm-hmm.
where he met the Huldra that love with, or she fell in love with him. She told him where the silver mine was.
Okay, I see.
Who told us?
Remember
Before your time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a demon lady. Not a demon lady.
Faye?
Fae lady.
Hmm.
Pretty pissed off.
Anyway.
I have a spell.
You have a spell.
Yes. Create this spell.
Is it based off of the?
It's like what we talked about here.
Sorry, you guys are casting a wide net, so you didn't narrow down your target too much.
Yeah, but I think that's okay. I mean, we have an idea, like the bulk of the list you just said, it's like, okay, we could probably handle that. And the purple worms and maybe the bullets and basilisks are the things that are causing concern. Well, cool.
What levels improved invisibility
4. It's greater invisibility.
or greater?
Greater invisibility is level 4.
I'm good here. I think that's all the information Mirok would know to request.
Okay. So, about how much time do you guys intend to spend here in Penteros before you return to Darnold?
I think I would probably stay with the rest of the party since it seems the bulk of us are here, right?
At this point, everybody except for Largo.
Yeah, I would probably spend my days further reviewing the books and spending my evenings talking to Uhtred in Houndson's. And then what's this? It's Yanni and Bort.
Going into the, at some point I asked you, are you planning on going into the mine soon?
If we're all amenable to that, yes. I would hate to leave a town of 120 people ass wide open for some kind of horrible monster to come out of that mine and kill everyone. Or kill the miners in the mine, you know. Oh yeah, I would go to Houndson's, I'd drink up a bit and I'd talk to Smollett and shoot the shit about the mine. You know, ask him how things are going, like as an administrator, you know. Everyone loves drinking with their boss.
I forget, is there a good magic shop? What's the good magic shop here?
So Laura's trinkets.
I'd like to go there at some point after this goes on, planning ahead, seeing if they have anything that would help with like dark vision.
You can, I think, dark vision goggles. Let's see. Trying to remember how much those are. She can make you a set for 12,000.
Do you like it?
There's like some clarifying that I'd like to do, but sure. I like the puppet show, but
Yeah, but like, you know, Just picture in your mind's eye. It's pretty funny.
What Dakota, what are you trying to buy?
Something for dark vision.
Okay.
Oh, I have low light. Any chance she has that as a bobble? I don't think I have enough for that either, actually.
I think dark vision is a second level spell, so that would
might
be
not
4,000
be
gold pieces.
You spent so much money on fucking Uhtred.
Well, my cloak too.
Yeah, but the second
needed
level
it.
spell, so that would be 4,000 gold pieces for the.
We don't got the money for it. But Largo's got light. He can cast that on his staff.
Oh, I can cast light too, yeah.
Yeah. So it would basically just be you and Yanni that would be at a deficit.
No, I mean, I can cast light too. You have low light normally?
Yes.
I mean, Largo also only has low light, so.
Yeah. Yanni just has none of that though. Yanni doesn't even have low light. Yeah.
Correct. I'm an inferior
Not to,
species.
not to lay hands on people, dude.
Fucking goggles of dark vision eventually, because that's hilarious to picture me just like, I don't ever put your goggles on.
Would you wear those all the time, or would you only be able to put them on in the dark? You know, because it's like, would it like blind the shit out of you if you put them on in the daylight? Like, how does that work?
Mirak looks over at you as you ask it. He goes, "Yes." Then he just stares straight ahead into the middle distance.
Hey, he's got dark vision in it. He's not blinded.
You say I'm not blinded?
Okay, you might not be the best example.
All right. So, what's your
I
plan?
can't think of anything.
Largo's teaching the class, but I mean, if he hears word that like, hey, like we're thinking about going back to, to fucking Tarnholm, then like he's good. He's just like, oh, let me just
Yeah,
finish up this lecture.
I figured I would do a sending to you if it was going to happen.
As far as Smollett is concerned, give me a diplomacy check. You're chatting him up at the bar.
Okay, gladly. Everyone loves talking to the boss. My diplomacy. 19. 32.
32? Okay. You're pretty easy to talk to. He's
Right.
really pretty chill guy. Thing is, you were interviewing him when Bort came in because he was just over from Kyla
Oh, okay.
for work.
God
So
damn it.
he got like a week or so of gossip at the tavern. But most of it is just they're at the tail end of setting things up and getting ready to actually go down and start the actual work of mining. And so it's been a lot of work in preparation to open the mines. You don't just like wander down there with pickaxes and shit. You have to set up the whole operation outside. So yeah, he doesn't know much about the mine itself, but from what he has heard, a lot of people are excited about the opportunity, looking forward to actually getting into it.
Cool. I'm assuming he also, whenever he's done talking to me, he just finishes most sentences with mijo. Mijo. Well, cool. On a meta level, I'm cool to just get in this mine. We have an idea of what we might run into. We don't know for sure, but I'm ready to go whenever.
Okay. Well, I do want to say it's been Dakuta's modus operandi to teleport at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. So he's probably. Are you ending your days in Tarnholm working on your house?
Am I what?
Ending your days in Tarnholm working on your house?
Probably. Yeah, I would probably go back to my house every night if I can, which if I'm not in battle, I should totally have enough slots to do so. I also would like to, maybe while I'm at the magic shop and or the bookshop, if there's any arcane way to detect different metals. I'm really kind of, as like in the side of my head, thinking of ways I can acquire lead. So like thinking divining rods when we're down there that I might be able to find because I could pull it out with fabricate or something like that, or stone shape. Well, I'm not sure if stone shape works on metal. Probably not. But I could stone shape around it and pull it out.
Toph Beifong has not yet figured it out.
I would probably be discussing this with Mirok too, letting them know that I'm wanting lead and trying to think of ways to get it.
Scott, would you say you're trying to get the lead out?
I am. Yeah. Of the ground.
Mm-hmm. Just felt like I had to beat you to it.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna get a beer.
That given your I'll say that given your focus casting ability and your experience with the use of the identify spell, you can probably use a piece of the metal that you're looking for to, use identify and then focus your detect magic to see if you can find that kind of metal.
So I'll try and acquire a small chunk of lead.
Easy enough to do. Like I said, if you could go to like Erica's Adventures Emporium and get like lead shot for sling bullets. You could go to Solora's Terrific Trinkets and get bits of lead for spell components usage, or you could go to Ristveld's Forge and get like chunks of lead for because they make great pipes for all of your water.
Yeah.
Actually, I would. How much does it cost? Like, let's say I wanted to get actually. Let me think about this because I actually need to do this at some point. Lead would be great. So, 25 pounds per level. Yeah, so 12. So 300 pounds? How much would 300 pounds be?
300 pounds would probably be. You want to get that at Ristveld's, and I would say.
I don't necessarily need that much. I'm just wondering the maximum amount that I could use. What I'm thinking is telekinesis. I can throw up to 15 objects, up to 300 pounds, and I can fabricate them to where they would cause more damage. That'd be a nice thing to have.
Right.
You could dump it out or something like that. Would hold it.
Right. Well, 300 pounds of lead is like less than a square foot of lead.
That's
so
good.
As far as how much that would cost, Ristveld could probably sell it to you for around 60, 70 gold.
Let me think about if I'm going to do that exactly right now. I just wanted to know what the number it was. I don't actually know that I can hold that. Okay. I'm just going to buy a small chunk right now.
Like for the purpose of the focus thing?
Yes, just a small thing, like
a silver, whatever.
Yeah, I think I'd have to get a dedicated bag to hold that.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd probably want to like a type 1 bag of holding, just the smallest size that you can
That's still
turn
like
out.
1,000.
Pocket change at this level.
Not my pocket. Not our pocket. We actually kind of emptied our pockets, I think.
Pretty tapped out after last
Yeah.
week.
Okay. So anything else?
I can't think of anything else.
No, I think I'm good. I think at some point we should let Largo know what's going on.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Well,
You want me to give him a sending, say like the next day or within a couple days or something like that? You want to go?
Up to you.
Where are you? What?
I'm in Kylo.
Okay.
You know, Kyla's nickname is the Gateway to Turnholm.
Largo didn't hear that. He's not there.
Spread the word, you charismatic fuck.
Largo.
I'm spreading the word about like how to respect the weave.
Yeah.
The city.
Let it flow. Let it flow
Let's
through you.
Play in the Underdark.
I respond.
You were probably like in mid.
I'm like, and oh yes, Samso. Yes. What is the weave to you? And then I just go. 1 second. Go outside, and I do this. I go. I'm not sure that play is the right word, but give me 3 hours and come pick me up. I'm at Castigan's in Cairo. And then I reemerge and I go, I'm sorry, Sam, so your answer?
I just imagine again all of this happening in like a Goodwill Hunting-esque kind of environment, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a
College.
stadium.
And he's actually standing on the table.
Yeah,
Like
so
when you said I go outside in my head, I heard that metal bar pushing it.
stacked up next to the desk that create a staircase for him to get up on top of the desk.
and if you were to scry on me, you would see a group of fucking captivated students. Because, you know, I'm fucking waxing poetic up here, and they're all like hanging off my every word. Unless and then I'm just like hungover.
So it's less like Goodwill Hunting and it's more like Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I mean, it's a trade school.
Oh, Archmage, my Archmage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saturday Night Live did a skit of that, and they're all standing up on the table, and the last guy gets up, and there's a fan, and it cuts his head off. It all goes wrong at that point.
Well, I mean, it's the same casualty rate as the movie, so it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's dark.
Because I've seen so many like TikTok and YouTube videos where kids like get up on their desk, and actual desks at actual schools are not structurally sound for people to stand on. They just eat it.
Yeah.
Their balance goes, they lean a little bit to one side, the desk slides out from underneath them on the linoleum floor, and they just, and because it's the videos that make it to like the top, they're always like landing on like the edge of the desk on their back in a way that like me at 40 would paralyze me, but they're 16, so it's fine.
Well, you know, these desks were in the 1950s, so they were just made of like pure lead. They were solid as can be.
Yeah. I wonder what they were made out of. Like the surfaces. They were like a hard, almost rock-like tile.
Slate, maybe?
I mean, it was like some sort of composite. like a lighter weight concrete or something. But whatever it was, didn't matter what time of the year it was, that shit was cold as ice. Always.
Marble. Maybe it was epoxy, like a science countertop.
Yeah, probably some sort of epoxy mix with sand,
Yeah.
just to fill it out. Anyway, this is the important shit.
You're not here. You're missing out.
Yeah, I am.
You're tuning in for Raid Shadow Legends.
Mm-hmm. You can
And
be
They
your
made
own
a
hero.
character based off me. So.
all right. So, getting back into Tarnholm, is there anything that Mirok is doing as far as like?
Like information gathering or just like being in Tarnholm?
Sure, like I don't know, maybe Mirok this time would rather like talk to people who know what's going on before the roses are red just rush into a situation assuming they know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I had this in the back of my mind. I'm down to talk to some old timers, but I think everyone's been dead too long, or the mine's been closed long. Most people have been alive. So, but I would talk to maybe people who worked in the mine under Crane, and honestly, if I could talk to the Huldra, if I could find her. So here's what I do. I'd go to Brick, and I'd ask Brick if I could borrow the face shield, and I would really stress, I'm gonna give this back because I'm afraid of you, Brick. And then if I can, I would.
It wasn't Brick who bought the shield off of you.
It's Berg. Oh yeah, in that case, I go, Berg, can I have this material possession?
He's like, you can borrow it.
I intend to return it.
Okay.
I show him my shield. Thanks, Berg, and I give him a little pat, and then I go back to Tarnholm. I want to talk to people who previously worked with Crane in the mine, if I can.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go out to where the Huldra. I remember running into her if I can.
Well, she set up a bandit camp at the entrance to the mine, but when you guys were done with that, she just was like, "Fuck it, I'm going back into the woods."
Yeah. Well, also, I don't want this to be like just like a one-man show. So like, I feel like can we all go back and do this?
Well, we don't have to make a show out of it. It's an information gathering thing. We don't have to role play every last line of it.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as talking to people who mined who worked under Crane, I was mostly humans. There weren't a lot of dwarves in town before the Dunmar refugees.
Mm-hmm.
And they had nothing to report as far as anything dangerous. They delved into the mine, found a silver vein, started pulling some stuff out, and made a pretty good killing for a year or so before the Huldra and the bandits came in and drove them out. So as far as like anything in the mine of significant danger, they're not aware of anything.
Okay.
What? I don't think that's sure. What was the story with the Huldra and the bandits? What happened?
I mean, the gist is like what Dan said. The Huldra showed Crane where the mine was, and I think they were like in a relationship, and he kind of like screwed her over. So then she wanted to. That's why she took the mine back from him.
Yeah, but where did we come in, or before me, the
He was hiring adventuring parties to take out the bandits,
Oh,
so he could reopen the mine.
gotcha.
And
He
then,
ended up being a Jew.
Okay. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember hearing bits of this. I just didn't. Okay.
They were in a sexual relationship.
Did you guys kill him, or did you like parlay or something?
Largo
We did neither of those things, but it doesn't matter. He's in jail now.
Okay.
all right. Going to the mine and talking to the current foreman, who is an older dwarven man named Delmer Splitshill.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, he's mapped out what he could of the system so far. There's nothing that he's noticed. There's a few veins of silver that they can get working on right away. There is one curiosity, and that is there's a stone wall down there that does not seem natural.
Ooh, that's a good place to start.
He was going to bring it up to you next time he saw you, and you just showed up, so he's telling you now.
Great. Dakuta, you have that like passive mapping thing, right?
I was just getting ready to ask how that's coming along. It's been one of my projects.
I mean, the thing is, it's coming along, but you still have to like take it as a spell, or were you going to make a magic item?
I was going to make a magic item.
Okay. Well, if you want to do that, I figure that the cost of making it would be around 3,000 gold pieces. Shit ain't cheap.
I know. I'm just trying to think if I can get rid of it.
If realistically, if like loans existed in this world, we would be the most like in bankruptcy party ever.
And they'd be like, can we please have our money?
Like, we will kill you because we're good people. Let's get in this mine and start fucking shit up.
Didn't we kill a debt collector as the evil guys?
There's that gang that extorted money from us. We definitely killed all of them.
Yeah, maybe it was that.
The gang was like, give us 5 copper pieces, and we murdered like 8 of them.
Oh, that was not that.
Didn't they almost kick our butts though?
Oh no, yeah.
But
I think we backed down on that.
Oh yeah. It would have been a full party wipe.
Okay. So what's next on the agenda here?
am I back? Did you come get me after 3 hours?
I would.
Okay. Am I in Tarnholm with you? Or am
I'm thinking you're with us and have been with us.
Okay. I am with you and I have been with you.
Mm-hmm.
I have lain with you.
Okay, so I'm thinking
We got here real quick.
you and Mirok teleported to Penteros and did some research. Did you spend more than one day there?
I mean, we can just say yes for the sake of you having more spell slots to zip around and shit.
I would have had plenty. I would have probably, even if you wanted to stay there, I probably would have teleported back.
Okay, then yeah, we leave the same day. I'm assuming Yanni wants to come because we're sitting at the bar, belly up, and I'm like, this is mine. I'm telling you about the situation.
Yeah, it's prom time for mon time. Yanni says.
God damn it. Mira, this dude could be so cool. Yeah, so we find Dakuta. I guess we leave Bort and Uhtred in Penrose.
Yeah, they might have some business to do or something.
Could I sell black dragon scales? Would that actually be worth anything? I got like 10 of them.
You probably get, depending on quality, between 10 50 gold per scale.
That's pretty good.
All right, Scott, I'm trying to do things. Oh, they smell awful.
So
Kuda, do you need some money?
Oh. Look at this.
Yeah,
Look at this.
they don't smell good.
it's not worth it. Oh God, it looks like it's made
A
of
marshmallow
wax.
little cone with jelly inside.
It's It's like
Don't eat it, guys. Don't.
Or the peaks That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's like a peep.
That's
I
bad.
really enjoy that. It's kind of
Dude, fucking hollow it out and drink your Mountain Dew through it.
That is awful.
Oh yeah, it's got jelly in the middle too.
As a
Jelly,
rule, I
sugar
do not
cone.
eat things that have liquids inside that erupt when I bite into them. That's a life rule for me.
What kind of jelly?
You guys cannot see the face on.
No, the resolution's not good enough. I just see his eyebrows coming closer together.
Ugh. That was fucking terrible.
That was really bad.
God, I wonder what the second one's gonna be like.
Eat another one to get that taste out of your mouth.
You know what? It tastes exactly like styrofoam mixed with sugar.
That's pretty good.
There's
Blueberry sugar.
jelly in it. Maybe the next one will have jelly in it.
So
You're
he,
gonna do something horrible to your shit, right?
yeah, you've got cookout tray, you've got a milkshake,
He's
booze.
not gonna be into work tomorrow.
That's fine.
I actually won't, because I have class and I have a doctor's appointment.
No.
Well, good. You can go ahead and tell your doctor the terrible life choices you're making right
Yeah.
now.
I pre-scheduled this in anticipation.
Oh, it's artificially flavored.
Huh. Fat free.
That's good.
That was gross.
That was fucking awful.
3 of them.
I wonder if the fourth one will be better.
Especially if we end up fighting like a gelatinous cube, you're just gonna start retching halfway through the
Give
game.
me the fucking bathroom.
All right. So, the team is collected,
Yar.
and what's your game plan? What's your plan of approach here?
Roll in there without asking anybody anything.
I mean, if we can find the Huldra, that would be cool and helpful. Maybe she knows something.
I would like to ask that gentleman if I could copy his map. And I'm going to say that I'm going to be mapping also. Okay, when we do this.
Give me a knowledge geography check.
Oh shit! How about nature?
I say
Actually, I don't have geography, so it's just straight intelligence.
now, Delmer, this is my friend Dakuda.
I do have
He likes
engineering.
maps.
I have geography if I can assist in any way. I don't know if it translates.
Engineering, I have. I roll a 2.
Okay.
Plus 6, and if you do engineering and or nature.
Well, I'm going to say that this is definitely out of Dakota's element, because it's more of a looking at grades of things and shafts and stuff, as opposed to knowledge engineering where you'd expect there to be stairs and ramps and like you expect more structure in a dungeon,
Mm-hmm.
whereas this is closer to a natural feature.
Gotcha.
So geography. So like you're like, yeah, let me just copy that, and he hands you like 10 sheets of paper, and you're trying to figure out what in this is supposed to suggest grade and height and
I just kind of go like this to Mira.
I don't have knowledge. I can't help you.
yeah, you go like that to Mirok, and Yanni's just over there like
Yeah, probably wouldn't even touch my hands.
geography check, please.
You got it.
If Uhtred was here.
I'm like, I totally understand
Yeah.
it, but I thought maybe you'd want to partake.
That hill dwarf knows hills.
It's 19.
19. So yeah, you take a look at this and you can, make out the the intent of like the grades, the slopes, the way he's mapping from fork to fork and extension of the mine, how the shafts interact with the different sections, and you pretty much have the idea of it. And Delmar says that he's actually made several copies, so if you want to use that one, but he figured he would just take you to the wall he was talking about and show it to you.
Oh yeah, for sure. When we want to go in.
Is Clyde in captivity in Tarnholm? Clive, Clint, Cluster, Clef. The guy who's dating the Huldra.
Oh, Mayor Crane. He's in Zenik.
I mean, can we go to Zenik and talk to him in the jail?
Yeah, I think we can split that up. If some of y'all want to go to Zenik, I'm gonna go wander out into the woods and look for the Huldra. You talk to the boyfriend while I talk to the girlfriend.
Okay, I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's like a dating show. It's like that MTV dating show where like they would meet the guy and then within 30 seconds had to decide whether or not they wanted the date to continue.
Yeah.
Remember that show? They'd get off the bus and like the girl would be like, no. And the guy would be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. God, what was that called? Rejected? No.
something, dude. And then there was the other one where it was like the parents hated the daughter's boyfriend and would set them up with another guy, and then all the parents and the boyfriend would watch like the daughter go on a date with the other dude.
Yeah.
Weird
That was
voyeurism.
Yeah.
It was a dark time in reality TV.
So weird.
It's only gotten darker.
It was a mildly brighter time in reality TV.
Eliminate. Eliminate. That's what it's called. Eliminate.
Oh, you should have stuck with the other one.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll give you guys a real quick, what do you call it, hint, because this is something that Dakuta would easily piece together. Dakuta, you have a ring that allows the person wearing it to cast a sending spell.
Mm-hmm.
You've never met Huldra, so you can't cast a sending spell to her because you don't know who she is.
Hey, you want to use this ring?
He can't because it's an arcane version of that sending spell.
Have you? Oh yeah. Oh, but he has it. I think. Didn't I give it to you for some reason?
Well, you just sent him a sending.
Yeah, never mind. I got it. I totally got it.
Because when you were like
At some
in
point.
the dome, I put it on my finger.
That was a short-term
Mhm.
borrowing. Okay, so you want to send the
Yeah.
Huldra a sending spell?
I say, dear Huldra, we have several questions re Tarnholm Silver Mine. Can you meet up?
Okay.
Signed, Larder.
I'm just waiting in case there's a PS.
P.S. I hope you will.
So good.
Those are not.
When you just open them and you're like, oh, it's kind of big.
Smells like a diaper.
She responds, meet me at the spring a mile west of the mines. Follow the creek south if you hit that. If you don't hit a creek, you're too far south.
I relay this message to the rest of them. And I say, tell her that I am unable to make it, but I'm sure she'll be happy to see y'all as well. Who wants to come with me to Zach?
Yanni, I'm going to say Yanni, stay with me because you have a good knowledge geography. That was very specific geography.
Dakuta, you want to come talk to Crane?
Sure.
Left.
How far?
Yeah.
Zenik? Zenik is like a day's travel.
so we can TP there.
Yeah, I mean, I assume you're gonna teleport there instead of spending a day there and back.
Dakuda, you're about to see one of our group's early big fuck ups.
Crane wasn't a big fuck up. Oh, is this the one? Oh, this is the one I insulted.
Yes.
And
I
then-
wasn't there for that session. I just remember I came back and you guys were like, well, we're banned from a town.
But now we run that town.
Oh, we run it. Yeah. For better or worse.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to this dude. Be like, hey, sorry about what I did. Anyway.
Do we have anything we can give him? Because he has no incentive to help us, I'm guessing.
I am wearing a hat of disguise. I don't have to be me.
Ooh. Yeah, and he doesn't know Dakuda. You could be like, we're not with these guys. You know. Yeah, you could do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
Let's go to the Huldra first, because that'll give Trevor and Scott some time to figure out their game plan with Mayor Crane.
Okay.
Start walking based on the directions that we were given.
Okay. All right. Give me a knowledge geography, Mr. Monk.
Okay, that is a 19 again.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, you easily sort of note the geographical features that would lead towards a creek and figure that out and find the pond that she alluded to. And
You got
as you guys are waiting there, you just hear a voice come out of the woods saying, I thought I would be meeting with a gnome.
Just as also some like I have Uhtred's Fey friend shield on my back. I don't know if that changes the tone of that. Just putting that out there. I respond in Fey. Largo reached out to because he was the only one who could cast Sending, but his responsibilities have taken him elsewhere. Surely you remember me, beautiful Huldra. And I bow very low, and I'm saying all this in Fey. I don't say Huldra, I say beautiful, beautiful vixen of the wood.
Wow. Landed on thick. No D check? You had to roll a D check.
Silver tongue devil.
I try my best.
Do you want to roll a diplomacy?
I would love to roll a diplomacy.
Give us that D check.
Ooh, nice. All right, good roll, good roll. Yeah, okay. 36.
Dang.
We got a 19 diplomacy.
Okay. 19 total?
No. That's my modifier. I had a 36 total.
Oh,
I rolled a 17.
Just double checking.
So like coming out of this big iron tank of a dwarf that's just get well
Yes, Lednar.
Yeah, but it's all like low and kind of like lispy, like
Yeah, because I taught you Sylvan.
Yeah.
So you're like trying to speak it the way I speak it, but yeah.
It's like learning German from Hitler. I have your dialect, your very specific dialect.
Okay. Give me perception checks.
Okay, dokie.
Is that both of us?
Yeah, both of us.
Take those codes home.
Because my perception is dog shit. I got
36.
That's why it's both of us, Jake.
I'll pick up the slack on that one. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Surprisingly, Mirak, you sense, a life force behind you,
Mm-hmm.
but you hear nothing, you see nothing, you notice nothing,
Cool.
until a hand rests on your shoulder and you hear a voice whispered pretty much directly into the side of your helmet. Mind your tongue, dwarf. The last man who tried to ply me with compliments rots in a cell these days.
I respond, my lady, I would never. And I am but a part of the hand that put him in the cell.
And Yanni, your keen eyes and ears seem, like you are absolutely flabbergasted that this lady managed to sneak up and touch the man that you were walking with without you noticing. She rolled a natural 20 on her stealth check, so.
Nice.
She killed that approach.
Good for her. Foxy lady. Yeah, well, she says that. I respond, I would never. And hey, remember, I'm part of the guys that put him in jail. And I ask her if we can ask her some questions about the mine. And this is my new compatriot, Yanni from the Steel Citadel.
Hello.
Well met.
Well met, fellow traveler.
She says, perhaps I have some answers for you. But before we get into that, it wouldn't be too much to ask of you a gesture of confidence, would it?
Not at all. I'm trying to have a very good rapport with the magical lady that lives outside my town. So I'm going to be nice to her.
Okay. She asks that you not resist the next spell that she casts on you.
I say I won't. Can I let my compatriot know that you're going to cast a spell on me?
I was speaking to both of you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I look at Yanni and go, okay. Maybe.
Can I do a sense motive before I agree to this?
Sure.
Here we go. Sleuthing. Oh, that was shit. 24.
Okay. She's not really hiding her intentions here. She just wants the upper hand in this exchange.
Yeah, she's gonna make me tell the truth, I assume.
Okie doke. Consent granted.
Okay.
Although go ahead.
She casts Charm Person on both of you.
Mm.
So you just are, have an innate desire of goodwill and friendship towards her. She is a near and dear friend to you. You'd never want to do anything to hurt her.
I immediately sit down crisscross applesauce on the side of the pond.
Inside of the pond?
No, on the side of the pond.
And he drowns.
Yeah, that would be it.
I imagine if she's now a trusted friend of mine, I will casually pull out my fishing pole and be like, hey, you trying to fish a little bit? You got this pond right here.
Good to see you again.
She says, you could try. I doubt there's anything in there. it's barely more than a what do you call a wading pool.
I quickly say, good point. You're so right. Yeah.
Whoa.
You're like super smart.
So you had questions about the mine?
Oh yeah. So we're gonna go into the mine and figure out what killed all of the dwarves a long time ago in the mine. And we have an idea of what it is, but we don't super know. And you've been here probably longer than most anyone else I know, and you're connected to the land in a deeper way. Do you know what's going on in the mine?
She said, I've heard stories of hubris where dwarves dig too deep and find things that are not meant to be found. But that is not the case with that silver mine.
That is really good to hear, because honestly, that was my biggest fear. It's that we kind of deserved all of this.
Oh no, the dwarves deserved it, and then
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. You're right. Yeah. So, like, what kind of story?
Mirak, let me finish speaking.
Okay. Sorry.
Taken. So taken.
The problem that exists in the mines, the dwarves brought of their own accord. Fell magic was made, some experiment of some sort went beyond their grasp, and it was their own undoing.
I'm quietly nodding at this point.
Whatever creature, fell beast, destroyed the dwarves and ran them out of the mine was not natural, and it was a creation of their own making.
I have some ideas. Okay. Let's see. Charmed by her. She's kind of told me that we made the thing. I feel like in my current state, I don't have many follow-up questions. I look over at Yanni who's fishing. I say, Yanni?
I mean, you're not, you're still Mirak. You just really like this person and trust her.
Yeah, okay. I trust her.
Stupid. You just.
Yeah. Well, I mean, trust is stupid when you really think about it. So Mirak asks the Holdra. He thanks her, and he also says, "By the way, what's your name?"
Forgotten it already. It's been less than a year.
I was a different dwarf then.
My name is Solora.
Solora. I was a dwarf who did not take notes.
Solora's terrific trinkets.
I apologize for not remembering her name, and I ask her, the door, there's a part of the mine that's sealed off. Do you think that was the dwarves trying to contain this creation?
Well, I imagine they would, if they didn't contain it somehow, then it would probably have gotten out. As for, I never went in. Subterranean caverns are not a place of my interest. The silver that I awarded you after the battle was ore that had already been mined and was in the process of being smelted into bars. My associates just finished the process and desire to use that silver to their own means, but I did not explore the mines myself.
Okay, thank you, Solora.
I could have asked my badger, but you killed him.
As a player, did I specifically kill her badger?
Well, you were there. Yanni was not, so she's directing it towards you.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, Mirak, not cool.
Specifically, but I kind of think it was Largo.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because you guys were gonna fight her and then you killed her badger and she was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. We killed that.
I apologize about that profusely, and since I perceive her as my best friend, I completely tell her that I have the magical ability to bring animals that were killed before their time back, and that if she just holds on to that badger, I'll be back with the diamond, and I promise on Mosin to bring that badger back.
Wow.
Oh,
I perceive her as like Uhtred level friend, right? So I'm like, oh, this is your thing. I will fix it.
I'm just nodding. Yeah, you damn right you will. I'm gonna make sure he does it.
You killed my best friend's badger that I just met today.
Okay.
That's a bummer that you said that.
But I'm her best friend. Like I would say, like I can fix that, right? You'd say that to your best friend.
Yes.
Okay.
We just need a diamond.
For a badger.
Yeah. You don't have any other people who are more important to resurrect.
Nope. But again,
Yeah, this would be a 10,000 gold piece diamond because it's not a matter of days, it's a matter of years.
Yep.
Well, we just gotta go talk to the king and ask for 3 of them now. I guess 4. I think 4.
Yeah, 4.
Or just a really big one.
This big.
All right. She scrutinizes you very carefully, and senses that you are being honest, and she kisses you on the forehead.
Hooray!
Yanni is insanely jealous.
We're just friends. Be cool, man.
Just aggressively fishing now.
She says, a gift in return for the most kindest of gifts, and a seal on the promise.
Ooh, that's fun.
Also, with that, she grants you her manipulate luck effect. For 24 hours, you get a +2 luck bonus on all saving throws, attack rolls, and skill checks.
Damn.
Just like permanently?
For the next 24 hours.
Oh, okay. And it's so manipulate luck, and it's a +1?
+2.
+2 on skill checks?
Saving throws, attack rolls, and skill checks.
Okay.
That's huge.
Yep.
Imagine what she could do if you fuck her over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my thing.
Dude, you're gonna come down from this charm spell and you're gonna be like,
Oh, what the fuck did I do? Yeah, 100%. Skills, great. I blush heavily, thank her profusely. I half stammer. I have a friend. But like doesn't make any sense to anyone. And then I say something about like, I want our relationship between the town and you to be one of trust because I trust you so much to Laura. And then I'm done.
Yeah. Okay.
I trust you so much right now.
Trust you so much. Turn back to Yanni. I go, catch anything?
Have I caught anything? That's an excellent question. Come on, Dan.
Make a dexterity check.
Oh yeah.
To see if
It's all
let's see
coming
if
together.
we catch a fish, baby.
18 on the die, +5, 23.
Okay. You catch a turtle.
Fuck yeah. Wait, like a snapper turtle?
Just like a little, aquatic turtle, maybe about 8 inches long.
Okay.
Turtle.
So not a threat. I just don't want to. I want to give it to Salora, but I don't want it to like bite her. Here, I got you this turtle, and she loses a finger.
Love it.
She accepts the turtle, looks at it carefully, sees the, like hook mark in the side of its head, and kind of like hands it or like holds it in front of Mirok.
Yeah, I cast Cure Light Wounds on a turtle.
And then she releases it back into the pond.
That was fun.
Dude, I look at you, I'm like, we should fish more often. That's, give and take. Catch and release.
Catch, heal,
Just
release.
like gave you some ecstasy pills.
Mm-hmm.
That truth serum stuff.
She said she does say perhaps fishing in a pond this small is not the best of ideas.
You're right. You're so right, Solora. I'm ready to head back onto that mine, wait for the boys to come back from their probably equally copacetic talk to Mayor Crane.
She says, I will come to this pool
Mm-hmm.
every night on the full moon. When you can make good on your promise, meet me here.
I say yes, my lady.
Cool. That's really too bad.
If we're being honest.
That probably will ensure a good relationship.
Yeah, she didn't give me a deadline. She's like, yeah, I'll be here every 30 days, right? The moon, or is the month also in a moon cycle? So it's 60 days.
Oh, I'll have to look up the moons.
Okay. Yeah, but there didn't seem to be a time. I'll be here. And I'm sure as that goes longer, it might get a little bit more sour.
Well, yeah, she starts walking off into the woods, and once she kind of disappears from view, you can just hear her voice call back, "Don't keep me waiting too long."
I'll make the most haste I can, my lady. I mean, she knows where I live.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she does.
Whatever you know, it's something Largo would do.
Time to commence Operation Diamond Heist to revive a dead badger.
Mm-hmm.
Still working on the name.
Dan, did I get a sense of that manipulate luck having any other effects on me? Or is it just that? Like, it's not like a curse and a blessing, you know?
No. It's manipulate luck. She can choose it to be a blessing or a curse.
Ah, okay. Cool. Cool.
Okay. Sora is the larger white moon, which is probably the one she's referring to.
Mm-hmm.
It has an orbit of 26 days.
Fuck.
Okay. There is a smaller yellow moon, which you're pretty sure she was not referring to, and that has an orbit of 96 days.
God damn it.
Let's just go with that one.
Oh, what are their names, Dan? Sorry, say it again.
Sora and Talakon.
Yeah. Oh, you meant Sora? I thought you meant Talakon.
I mean, either way, one Talakon is 3 Soras, and that's not a bad one.
Yeah.
So a month and a half.
I mean, I'm sure that Mirok would realize that he should probably try to meet her every full moon and just give her a progress update and not just leave her hanging for.
Yeah. Because I mean, what happened to the last dude who ghosted this lady?
Yeah.
Smash
Did not-
cut.
Okay. So, you guys go and see Siren Crane.
Yeah, on the way there, we're discussing like how we might want to do it. Be like, he's in jail. We could, if we need to offer to do something for him, he can't take care of himself, something like that.
Yeah, I expressed to you that I think I would like to retain my current appearance, just kind of wearing like white linen, being just an old gnome wearing white linen. And I'd like to introduce myself as Zim. I want to be Zim the wizard. And then I'm interested in vanquishing and well, I'm more interested in like chronicling beasts and dangers. And I am curious, I've heard the rumors of the thing in Tarnholm, and I want to go investigate it, and I want to offer him a favor in return.
Okay.
I want to throw out favor. Is that
Okay, and then we just check in. Yeah, because I'm gonna cast Charm person on him.
Okay. Good thing I keep records of all of the sessions, so I know what his will save is.
It's gonna be 2 DC 24s.
Largo, you cast Charm Person?
I'm going to.
Okay.
All right. Well, I don't want to belabor this. So you get there.
Get there, ask the guard, can I see him?
You offer some credentials. You know, they recognize who you are, and you know that you have a relationship with Count Wen.
Yep.
So they let you in, and you go to his cell, and he's, aside from looking defeated and you know, not as well dressed or as clean. He doesn't look like he's emaciated or anything. But he is in jail, and he doesn't look thrilled about it.
I would like to attempt to cast this defensively. The reason I say that is I want to use this in a way as I want to kind of tangle the casting into my greeting so that he's less aware that I'm casting a spell just in case it fails. Is that a valid way to cast defensively?
And I don't remember. I don't know. I know that there are classes that specifically have class abilities that allow you to mask the spells you're casting. I'm fairly certain there are feats that are in there too.
Yeah.
But without those abilities, casting a spell is obvious. That being said, if you cast Charm Person and it becomes effective on somebody, they don't care.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'd like to cast it as soon as I see him, and I do have a range of like 45 feet on this one.
Okay.
So the first one is to if he believes that the charm itself is real. The second one is if he is overcome by it.
Okay.
like 55 feet?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's close.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cast a spell, and hearing the casting, he looks up and his eyes drift over towards you. And as you approach, he kind of like hurries over to the grate, and it's like, oh, thank God you're here. You're here to help me, right?
Hey, yeah. In a way, certainly, you could say that. I have a question for you. Are you open to questions? Do you have time to talk? I don't mean to waste your time.
Oh, I have nothing but time.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it slipped my mind, but I've been here a long time. What was your name?
With a 29 bluff, I say Zim.
Zen. Yeah, yes, of course. Sorry, it slipped my mind.
We can all be forgetful sometimes, no worries. You know the mine at Tarnholm?
He like turns his head and spits on the ground.
I know. It's a believe me, I don't mean to insult you by asking that. I just have a question about it. It's quite specific, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Yep. Do you know what is behind, like what is behind the wall at the end of the mine? I hear that there is some sort of being within the mine, and you see, I chronicle my journeys trying to investigate sites of great magical beings and threats to the world, and I would like to investigate the mine at Tarnholm. And if you could give me any information about what you think it might be, that would be greatly appreciated. I have a gift for you.
Right. So we'll wrap this up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He never actually went into the mine.
Okay.
He found out where it was. He hired people to open it up. They started getting silver out of it. They never ran into any problem. He has no idea what this wall is you're talking about. And he does throw in some choice epithets about the Huldra and the assholes from Penteros that came and ruined everything for him.
Yep.
But other than that, he knows absolutely nothing about what you're talking about.
And do you, Trevor to Dan, do you think that this is a worthwhile conversation to continue?
There's nothing you're gonna get out of this.
I give him a shiny silver whistle. The one that Bort gave me.
Okay.
And I say, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this gift.
The jailers are gonna hate you.
Does this whistle do anything, or is it just a whistle?
No, it's just the whistle.
Yeah.
The whistle that Bort got in his adventuring pack from Erica. The little signal whistle.
No, but that's good though, because you can keep showing back up as Zem and be like, "Have you used the whistle? You're not using it, right? I can't hear it."
And I tell him that it's a special whistle, and he shouldn't blow it very often. He should only blow it when he feels sad.
As you leave the prison, you hear like a weak. And then 12 hours later, when the charm spell wears off, he smashes the whistle with a rock.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just playing. Largo's like, I don't fucking give him something. This whistle. I'm gonna tell him it's special. I don't know. I'm playing character. Bye.
That's the most fucked up thing. Here's a whistle. Blow it. Not
All the people in jail.
not only blow it when you're sad. You're in jail now. Bye-bye.
If you have time.
Oh, that's
He was
incredible.
really hoping that was gonna do something.
Yeah, it's not.
So he gets out years from now. He escapes and he chases down Zim, and he just ends up in that guy's dungeon.
Yeah. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I'm like seeing the scale of, you know, good and evil on Largo's alignment.
Just a little bit.
I don't think that was evil. He gave a fucked up dude something to play with.
Psychological torture.
I wasn't necessarily. I was just like, I don't know, blow it when you're sad. I was thinking more of the jailers than I was of him. And I was like, I don't know. He seemed mad. I was just like, I don't know, blow it when you're sad, I guess. Bye.
Yeah, to me that seems like chaotic good. Here's the toy. I don't care what you do with it. See ya.
You got his hopes up and you crushed them.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, Largo feels a little bit bad, but
Chaotic good. Don't trust
Still
him.
get on the way out.
There's good in kicking someone when they're down.
Is it?
Largo doesn't see that. Largo understands how it could be seen that way, but he didn't mean it that way.
He's a sweet, sweet college professor.
What happened?
Bummer.
He got exposed to academia, and now he's turning evil.
Okay.
In the ivory tower.
You guys reconvene, I assume, somewhere near the mine and share information.
Am I still charmed, Dan?
That wore off fairly quickly.
Okay. The second you guys teleport back to the mine, I go, so I got some information, but I might have fucked up. And had,
We didn't get any information, and I was mean, and I feel a little bit bad about it, but I'm gonna acknowledge that emotion and let it slide by.
I look at you and I say, "You've grown so much," and then I look back at me and I'm like, "Who am I?" I'm still coming down from a charm spell. So I tell you what we found out, that like the dwarf is something the dwarves made in the mine themselves that was their bane. I tell you that all the badger shit, of course. But like as a player, Aaron, if it's something they made, I wonder if it's like a colossus or something.
Do you have any ideas?
I mean, as a player, I lean towards like an iron colossus. If it's like what would a dwarf make in a mine? A thing that makes mining easier.
Can we
giant
make a
fucking-
roll to have guesses or no? That's too. I mean, I can't think off the top of my head what dwarves would make like that.
That's
Maybe-
just what I think Mirak would assume.
She referenced magic. She
Yeah.
said it was something like a fell beast or something.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she could have just been using colorful terminology. If, she didn't. You get the impression, I would say, that she would have better understanding that magic was used. It was used in the mine.
Mhm.
And she probably has a lesser understanding of what kind of creature or thing was created. But
I mean, yeah, maybe if again, like maybe they made something that's good at burrowing, so maybe a purple worm. A Tarask, yeah, maybe a Tarask.
Burrowing, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm assuming. I'm like, if dwarves intentionally made this, if that is our shame in the situation, and I'm open to suggestions. It is something that's valuable in a mine, so it's good at moving earth.
Those one thing that's got like the mouth on the top and it looks like a pine cone full of legs, like a seal or.
I don't know. I'm gonna Google pine cone with legs past. Okay, can I have that ring ascending real quick?
Sure.
Grab the ring ascending. I send a spell. I send a sending spell to Crane, and I say sorry about the whistle. I've been thinking about it all day, and I feel bad. I shouldn't have told you it was
Largo sends to Crane.
special.
Do we want to, I'm not sure how many spells we've used this day. Do we want to rest before going in? I don't even know what time of day it is.
Yeah, we can rest. That's all good. We can rest back at our houses in Tarnia,
Yeah.
like gentlemen.
How far is the mine from the town?
I don't know. I mean, close enough to be reasonable to walk, I assume.
Yeah. Did you hear what I sent? I grabbed the ring of sending and I sent a sending to Crane, and I said, sorry about the whistle. I've been feeling bad about it all day. I shouldn't have told you it was special. I just didn't know what else to give you.
Signed, Largo.
No.
Of the roses.
Dakuta, Mirak is going to ask you, in your studies of purple worms, did you learn anything about their burrowing capabilities?
Yeah, some of the basics, I was kind of wondering what we did get out of that.
As far as their burrowing capabilities are impressive, they can leave behind tunnels, and there's even some theorizing that some of the Underdark denizens, perhaps the Drow or maybe the Illithids, might have at times tamed or utilized purple worms to craft tunnels for them.
Oh God, what did these drugs do?
But that is
What is the creature that looks like a pine cone with a mouth on top and little feet?
I Googled it, couldn't find it.
Well, the important thing is that
Began with
dwarves
that.
created it, right? So it has to be something that's created, not like a naturally occurring creature, right?
That should narrow it down. Maybe we flip through the books tonight before we go.
I have to take this phone call. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, with the information we know, Mirak's going to be asking a lot of questions to Dakuta about purple worms, just based on Markot's reaction to it and the things we've learned from the Huldra about creation and magic and fell beasts. He thinks maybe these dwarves tried to summon and control a purple worm for their own mining. They used underdark magic in a way that was unbefitting of a dwarf.
That sounds all gobbledygook to Yanni. No idea what you're talking about.
It's fine, Yanni. You wouldn't understand our shame.
Just a guy that likes to punch stuff, Mirak, and occasionally catch a fish.
I envy your simple life. Every day is pain. Like Mirak's like a deep Catholic. Like that's basically his entire worldview. It's just like, I am garbage and I deserve pain.
Penance is due.
On a sidebar, Jake, if it is a purple worm down there, they love to eat people. And it seems like a bigger, eviler version of that snake.
I was about to say I haven't been eaten in a while. I haven't been ate. I don't know the proper. I haven't been ed up in a minute, so I'm due for one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, all right. As far as your knowledge of purple worms, yeah, there were stories of, they can digest, organic and simple rock fairly well. They're, essentially giant earthworms of destruction that can burrow through stone, not just soft earth. And it's purported that, inside their bodies, there can be, gemstones and ore and whatever that their digestive acids didn't dissolve.
Yes.
And the tunnels that they leave behind could leave behind, open seams of ore or, what have you. So, I mean, he brings that up. Yeah, that's a thing. That purple worms, the stories say.
Dakuta, did you get a sense for how if this is down there and this is a threat, did you get a sense for how it perceives its environment? Does it have dark vision? Can it just feel vibrations through the rock? How does it know we're there?
It does not have eyes.
That's all we know.
Well, I mean, you can draw conclusions from that pretty easily. It has some sort of sensory perception without eyes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So are these known to be aggressive? Do they just kind of do their own thing, or are they actively pursuing?
That's a good question. Yeah.
If it's just like meandering about, doing its own thing.
Well, I mean, they're carnivorous and territorial. So they're not necessarily evil, but they will absolutely eat you.
Yep.
Which, if it is one of these, that may make sense because it could just blow through that stone wall that the dwarves put up, no problem. But the wall might not. It's probably not to keep it in. It's to keep people from going down there and being eaten. So they probably literally delved too deep and delved into its territory.
Well, it sounds
Are delved and used it, and now that is its territory.
publicly maybe summoned if it wasn't created.
Yeah, they summoned it to mine out the area, and now that area is its domain. I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would operate if it doesn't have eyes. It can't see shit. I don't think it would be able to smell shit if it's burrowing through rock. So I'm inclined to think it's, again, a Toph Beifong thing where it can like, I mean, I'm just thinking of the movie Tremors. It can fucking, it feels when people are nearby, like our Dune. Yeah. So I'm curious if Dakuta, your fly ability might be clutch in this situation. Because if you're flying, you're not touching the ground, you're not creating vibrations. How long does it last, and how many times can you cast it?
No, fly isn't that long.
But what if it's like a shark and it has electro,
Only
magnetism?
1 minute per level.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, we don't have to do anything right now. I just Mirok puts that out there. I'm like, it's vibrational, and if we get that sense, then don't you have overland flight as well?
I do, but it's self-only, I think.
Self-only. Okay, I put it out there. Because if you cast fly on Yanni, and Yanni's holding Largo, then this worm, if it is a worm, might not be able to like sense us.
I could also probably outrun it if I had to get away. Everybody else could fly. It probably couldn't catch me.
That's a fair point too. Trevor, we're leaning more towards it being a purple worm.
A purple worm?
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd they bring it about themselves though? That's the one part that I think we'd be missing. Did they capture it? Like how is it their own fault? Because she says it's not that they dug too deep.
She said they used magic. Magic was involved.
We're totally guessing right now.
Okay, but that's probably the worst case scenario, so we prepare for that.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm thinking might have like some kind of ability to sense us.
Do we want to make some more discs for TP?
I mean, for everyone here, you could just TP us out, right? We're a low enough number.
Are we assuming Uhtred and Bort are not going with us? Is that how we're playing this out?
I mean, I was hoping that we could wrap this up tonight.
Cool.
So that next week when we do have
Well, I just meant in
Uhtred and Bort, that we're
Yeah,
going back on track.
Yeah, I mean, I think with that in mind, let's it seems like we've got kind of a decent idea of what we might run into. Let's go in assuming we're running into a purple worm. Let's maybe assume it can sense where we are in the dark, maybe through like in the movie Dune. And let's fucking get in there.
Try it.
Into the breach.
Into the breach, my friends.
I'm scared.
Don't worry, Dakuta.
Yeah, we go into town, we rest for the night, right? We come back the next morning with Delmer, and we ask him to take us to the door.
I also want to, the night before, look through all our books and see if we got the purple worm there as a good possibility. Anything else that filtering them out, something that could be created, or I mean, summoning all of them could be summoned, but just see if anything else sticks out.
Well, you guys, what do you call it? I mean, the books that you guys got were specifically for creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically fall into the categories of beasts and magical beasts.
Right.
So, like, as far as like creatures that are created, it's magical beasts. There's legends of them being created, crafted by magicians and dark magic people who tried to make something that they should not have done. But that's there's it's not a bunch of what you call it
I'm just asking questions because we oftentimes don't ask enough questions. Throwing it all out there.
Yeah, it's when it comes to when it comes to the information that the holder gave you and the information that you have via the books, they don't really cross over too much.
We tried.
I was hoping I would have enough just in the cavern and stuff. Some other bits.
All right, so you guys head down into the mines.
Back down into the mine.
You find this this area that was referred to as something of an unnatural wall. And I'm not even going to ask for a check between Dakuta and Mirok. You guys readily recognize this as something that's been stone shaped.
I'd also like to detect magic, see if there's any wards or anything of the nature on there.
Okay. You detect no magical auras.
I'm gonna thank Delmar for leading us here, and I say, Delmar, if we're not back in a couple days, hold a snap election and tell Bleda sorry. And I'm gonna cast Stone Shape on this wall, and so we can go through.
Okay.
Now, do you think we should stone shape it back into a wall behind us to prevent anything from getting out while we're in here?
I look at you and I go, oh fuck yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
You remember that thing where you want to run away really fast and then you stop at a wall?
Are you how? I'm hesitating to say this because I. Okay. How much of a head start are you giving Delmar and the other dwarves before you stone shape?
Sure.
And try not to take me asking that as a
yeah. No, totally reasonable. I would say that to him, and I would wait for him to be out of sight of me. Actually, like out of sight, and like I can hear him. The sound of him leaving is getting fainter, but it's not fully gone.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. You stone shape the wall open. And I would like for Dakuta to give me an alchemy check.
29.
Okay. As this space opens, an acrid smell escapes from the other side. And you immediately recognize this smell. It is a form of sleeping gas. Oh. I started used to put things into extended, suspended animation. Everyone, fortitude saves.
Fuck.
I am probably asleep.
I'm sorry, Dan. You said that was a fortitude.
Yes.
What a terrible roll.
All asleep, and then we're just all dead.
20.
Mirak got a 30.
Of course you did.
Yeah, you got him right.
16. I'm taking a nap.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mirak, you see your companions start to hack and cough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Dakuta, give me another fortitude save.
Can I cast a spell?
You can. Sure. Yeah.
I would like to cast life bubble if possible, and I need to touch if we're close enough.
Okay.
I imagine we'd be pretty close. I definitely want to be pretty close to somebody.
I can do one creature per level.
Probably already affected me and Yanni though. I'm just in the life bubble sleeping.
Okay. All right. So, I will say, give me a concentration check because this is,
Right.
you're not. It didn't knock you out, but it's not making it easy for you to think.
What do I do for concentration? I forget.
It's your level plus your intelligence modifier.
Level 12, intelligence modifier would be 18, so 25.
25. Okay. And life bubble is a 5th level spell. I am going to say that
I fell asleep.
that that there is some hacking and some coughing and some general drowsiness as this is an extremely powerful knockout gas because the thing it had to knock out has a crazy fortitude save. So yeah, you have some trouble. Mirak, you do see.
Can I throw action die at her, or am I pretty far away? Just think, my
You can throw an action die if you want.
I'm gonna throw 2 at it.
What did you get?
Huh?
What did you get? What was your save?
25.
25.
That was his concentration check.
What was your fortitude save?
It was 20.
20. I was gonna say like I'll throw an action die at it. I got
8 and 7.
Damn.
So I have 15.
Okay, so that's 40?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you force your way through, clear your mind at the last second and coalesce the magic construct, and this, translucent bubble appears around your head, and you reach out and touch Mirak, Largo, and Yanni. But Largo and Yanni are already asleep. And Mirak, you can hear the footsteps of Delmar and the other dwarves. The kunk, kunk, kunk.
We're past the door?
You are standing. It's not on the map. You're not on this. You're not on the map.
Okay. I grab Largo and I say, Dakuta, drag him in here. And once we drag him in there, I want to cast the wall and just shut us in here with the gas.
Okay.
Hopefully Delmar and the other guys will pull through. We're not just fucking passed out when we come back out.
I mean, they're asleep, right? So if they're on the other side of the wall, it'll be okay.
Oh, sorry, Delmar. I'm also guessing that I've cast Mage Armor on myself, Yanni, with natural armor, or bark skin too.
I'll be right back.
You want a brewski, Scott?
Sure. You want a fat tire?
No,
You want a Mac time?
no,
Do you want an expired IPA?
sure.
You're a hophead. Hoppy guy. Look at this hoppy boy over here. What a hoppy dude.
Oh, so happy.
I sent Francesca's father a picture and I said, "We're in a cave." And he responded, "Crazy, bro." She doesn't answer when he calls. Likes to drinky past about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So past about that time, she's like, "I'm not fucking into it." I'm in an awkward situation where I have to.
Yeah, that's probably good on you.
Yeah.
Daddy points. What level is stone shape?
804. Just like Larka's new spell is going to get at level 13.
I would like
I
to.
think the general idea of it is fine. I just want to reword it so it's clearer.
Yeah,
Unless something's immediately happening, I'm going to Paragon Surge and get greater dark vision and stone shape.
Okay. Paragon Surge only lasts so long, right? So you don't.
Well,
So you'll only be able to cast those spells for a period of time.
really? Maybe
I don't-
I'll still do greater dark vision. Let me see.
But if he's Paragon Surging to cast it, once it is cast, it would still behave under the duration of that spell, right?
Right, I'm bringing it up because of stone shape. Like, it's not a tool he's going to have for a period of time.
Oh, I see. Yeah, gotcha.
I mean, it'll come back if you cast Paragon Surge again. It's 1 minute per level, so you'll be able to do it for 12 minutes. I don't know if you feel like that is an adequate amount of time.
Let me think about it. We're not right up against it.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Mirok, you stone shape the wall behind you. It takes you a few minutes to clear the bad air out of your lungs. And, you know, for a moment, there's this drowsiness that sort of muddles your thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you get through it. And you and Dakuta, Largo, and Yanni are on the other side of the stone-shaped wall. And Yanni and Largo are asleep.
I shake Largo like a ragdoll.
It takes a few rounds, but with fresh air, without the knockout gas applying its effect, he does come around.
Oh, very strange.
Another fortitude save.
same exact thing. 15.
15. Okay.
Fall right back asleep.
I'm gonna say like for the next 2 hours, you're going to get a -2 penalty on any intelligence or wisdom checks. You're drowsy. You just came out of anesthesia.
Cool. This bubble moves with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a little head helmet.
It'll actually help.
Good call, Dakota. Good call.
Actually, it's a whole body prophylactic.
Yeah.
Oh, we each have it individually, so it's not like we can step out of
You can
range.
breathe freely underwater, vacuum, harmful gases.
What spell is it?
Life bubble.
Light bubble.
Fifth level, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cloud feels speaking.
I go over and I start shaking Yanni awake.
Smack him.
So out of the 4 of you, 2 of you have it for 2 hours and 2 of you have it for 4 hours.
Say
It's 2 hours per level.
mm-hmm.
Actually, so no, never mind. So each of you have it for 6 hours. Is that right?
That sounds,
There's 4 of us. Yeah, he's 12th level.
yeah.
I thought it was 1 hour per level, and then you had to split it 2 hours.
Right.
Per, yeah. All right. So you each have 6 hours of this. Yeah, you each have your own little spacesuit.
Pretty fucking cool. I wake Yanni up, Dan.
Okay. Similar with Yanni, give me a fortitude save.
I cast light on the tip of my staff.
18.
18. Okay. Yeah. So you are also going to have that -2 penalty on intelligence and wisdom checks for the next hour.
What do we see? What do my dwarf eyes see?
You see a tunnel,
Hmm.
much like the tunnel that you were in on the other side of the stone wall.
Okay.
Slime.
No.
Any diamonds on the ground?
No. Hey, this
Keep
looks like a
trying.
dwarven mine tunnel. For
Oh,
for Yanni and for Dakota, you guys are like the cross beams are the top of your head, so you don't quite have to duck. There's a couple of beams here and there where you have to duck, a couple of inches, but it is it's not built for people your height.
Oh, Dan, how is my visibility? Can I see jack shit?
Largo casts light on his staff, so you can see 60 feet.
Largo, you beautiful man.
I did it as soon as I woke up.
I start making my way across the room. I go, okay. All right. Yes. Okay.
would you like light on any part of your person, Yanni?
Yeah. Cast it on my left fist.
Tight.
You want it in front of you, or maybe like up, not your eyes, or?
Well, I figure I could hold it in front of me and use it as like a torch.
Do you have like a wristband or anything, or?
Not that I'm aware
Just
of.
cast it on your hand.
I think he's got a ring. You can cast
I
it
got
on-
I got a ring. Cast it on the ring.
Okay.
Bling bling.
So that lasts
Hey,
2
man,
hours.
catch on the ring.
Miraka's crossed the room by this point.
I'm behind
It's
you.
not a room, it's a tunnel.
I am.
Oh, okay. All right.
I am going down the tunnel. I'm right behind you, Mira.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I want to go first. This is
I wanna
my
go.
tunnel. God damn it.
Are you lifelink to us?
Oh yeah. Dan, how long does Mirak's metered mending last if I cast it right now? Okay, let me.
I won't judge you if you eat more. I know you can.
Says casting time, 1 standard action. Oh, it's 1 hour per level in effect. Okay, I cast Mirak's metered mending right now. So for the next hour, my lifelink is up to 10 instead of 5. Cool. Yeah. We are meteredly mended. I proceed down the tunnel.
Dakota, do you want me to follow Largo, or do you want to be in the rear? Where do you want to be?
I would rather be in the middle.
Okay,
First.
I'll take up
Yeah.
the rear.
Yeah, let's have our fighter boy back there. I also I can't, Dan. I'm gonna cantrip, create water, and I'm gonna do Tears to Wine, and I'm going to pass back my flagon of Tears to Wine to the party to get a +10 to maybe offset these sleepy billies that we got.
And just drink, you know.
No, I made this like a really like uncomfortably heavily peated whiskey. So like it's not fun to drink. Like Merrick wants you to understand, get your fucking game face on.
Largo enjoys it.
I look upon him curiously.
Smoky. This is, you should make like this more often. Smoky.
Okay, it's a +5. It goes to +10 at castle level 15.
For a meter, you're not talking about meter minute, you're talking about Tears to Wine.
Tears to Wine, yes.
Yeah, I always say +10. I'm sorry about that.
Well,
So
you're
just-
always wrong.
I am always wrong. That's what I wake up every day and say to my ceiling.
Dan, how does that work for Largo and I? Does that just negate and it's a 0, or does that end up being a +3?
It ends up being a +3.
Sweet.
There you go, boys.
This is Pathfinder. You have to do addition in this and subtraction in this game. Well, it's technically all just addition. You're either adding positive modifiers or adding negative modifiers. This isn't D&D where you just cancel shit out.
Yeah, that's my biggest beef with 5e. Any whoozle what'll be, I'm going down that tunnel.
Yeah.
Go down the
fuck
tunnel.
man.
I'm right behind you. I'm Cave White behind you.
Okay. All right. You guys are traveling down a tunnel. You hear the tones of my wife texting me.
My wife.
My wave.
I like that supercut of Harrison Ford. Like every movie, he's like, my wife, my family, my wife. Like every movie, he's just trying to find them. Ooh, that's pretty spooky.
Okay. As you are traveling, I'd like everyone to give me perception checks.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm busy thinking about what Samso said about the weave.
Oh no. I netted 1 my perception check.
I got a 28. I'm assuming Dakota did better than that.
I got 36.
There we go. Dakota is our eyes.
All right. So, Dakota, did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
You actually see down the hall, past the edge of, like maybe 100 or so feet. It's a pretty straight tunnel at this point. Like almost like a ripple on the wall where the stone bulges out and then goes back in.
Oh.
And moments later, you feel a slight tremor in the stone beneath and around you. You like lean out and put your hand on the wall and get the sense that there is a movement in the rock.
Heads up, incoming, I think.
Well, at least Markot's going to say something nice at Mirok's funeral.
Just mine, not any of you guys.
Yeah, something. There's a bulge up there.
This might be a good time to start flying.
It looked like a ripple, like a ripple on the surface of the water moving toward you. And then like maybe 5-10 seconds later, you feel just the slightest of tremors in the ground and in the walls.
And Dan, do we feel like with our life bubbles, do we notice the gas in this space as well, or is it just in that first room?
The gas is colorless, and you're breathing air from the life bubble, so you can't smell anything outside of it.
Okay.
Largo casually recommends that we pick up the pace. Like,
Okay.
let's start fucking jogging.
Mirak goes into a full run. Hold on to your tits.
I follow you as fast as I fucking can.
I'll cast Blessing of. Should I cast Blessing of Fervor or Haste? Or Dakuta?
Yeah, I was getting ready to.
All right, yeah. You cast Haste because Haste will be better in this situation than Blessing of
Yeah,
Fervor.
I figure I
fucking run.
think something's coming. So
I'd rather not be in a tunnel when it does come.
Tough titties. It's tunnels all the way down.
Okay.
Just in case it opens it up. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Mirak, give me a. Well, actually, tell me what your combat maneuver defense is.
Oh, good.
My CMD is 18.
Ruh-roh.
That is better than mine.
So you are running, or hustling your way, which is a slower than walking pace for Yanni.
Yep. I'm moving at 40 feet around.
And as you do, all of a sudden, the rock beneath your feet grabs a hold of your ankle, and your momentum is completely halted, from the ankle down, and you crash over onto your face as you hit the ground.
I reflexively say, I'm fine.
Still on my round.
Yeah.
Largo, give me a reflex save.
Okay. My reflex save, Dan. You said reflex save?
Yeah.
Interesting, because my reflex save that I rolled, you did say reflex save, right? 12.
You are lying on top of an adamantine armored dwarven oracle. Dakuta, give me a reflex save.
I'm just gonna fucking just bundle up.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
6.
You are lying on top of a little gnome in an adamantine
Actually,
armor.
We're making a fucking club sandwich for whatever the fuck is down here.
Okay, that's still, you still. I mean, you were all hustling, and then it's just like boom, 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 and then Yanni, give me a reflex save.
Leap over us.
Yanni just like
23.
walks off the wall across the ceiling and lands on the other side. Yeah. So Mirak is down. Largo is down on top of him. And then Yanni just like kind of walks across the wall, across the ceiling, and lands in front of everybody, coming to a halt. Reaching out to give Mirak a hand up. Mirak, I will say, because this happened to you, and with your extrasensory perception, even though you couldn't sense it as a life sense, because this was not living, you also just, with your dwarven experience, there is no doubt in your mind what just tripped you as an earth elemental.
Okay.
Do you make this known?
Yeah, I say, goddamn earth elementals.
I think I speak their language. That's Terran, right?
Yeah.
Do I speak Terran?
This might not work out so bad. We can talk to it.
Hello, Earth boy.
I do not speak Terran yet. Yeah, so go for it.
Oh, and then you're gonna learn it.
I'm gonna just listen with rapt attention. Hello, Earth boy.
We mean you no harm.
Okay, you call that out, and the ground between you and Murok begins to rise into a vaguely humanoid shape. This is a gargoyle, but it is the rockiest thing that I have. That doesn't fit in this thing, but fine, whatever. And you just hear the sound of like rocks grinding against each other. And in Terran, it says, the master demands freedom.
The master demands freedom.
And yeah.
Who is your master?
You still sense a rumble that seems to be moving away behind you guys.
Is that the master? And I like point to the rumbling moving away.
That's what Dakuda senses. You do not.
I do not do that at all.
Yeah, you asked who's the master though.
Yeah.
And then you say me,
To which
bitch.
the elemental replies, "Show enough."
Yeah.
Show enough is the master.
No, that's you don't.
It's
You
too
don't
late.
know
It's canon.
That's my next character name.
Sean.
What was it? That was The Glow. That was the name of that movie. The Glow. Bruce Leroy. It was a classic.
Take your word for it.
Okay. You ask who's the master, and the elemental reaches out towards you and says, "I will take you to him." Let's roll for initiative.
Okay, we're going to see the master.
Oh, I did the same thing.
Ooh, okay. That's not a good one. That's a bad one.
Anyone above a 15?
I got a 16.
19.
Okay.
But I don't know what to do, so I'd rather not.
Above a 10?
11.
Ooh.
Murok?
I have a 6. Rolled a 2.
All right. Dakuda, you don't know what to do, so you're not.
Do I know?
You are on the ground.
Okay. Well, I will stand up and also look behind me. That's a move action, right?
Right.
Would I know if Dispel Magic would work against this?
You'd need something like Banishment to, if you want to like send a extraplanar creature home.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a Paragon Surge, right?
Yeah, but
Call for this.
I didn't use it. Yeah.
Banishment is 6th level.
But yeah.
I'm gonna hold my action, and if everybody else attacks, I'm going to force punch it.
Yanni.
So I guess I'll do the sense motive for exploit weakness.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do this offensively. Oh my lord, terrible roll. Okay.
Are we trying to attack this earth elemental?
I'm trying to see what's going on here.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Oh, my stomach is fucking explode.
That's an 18.
Okay. Remind me that what's the DC that you have to hit?
I'll have to give me a second. I'll have to look it up.
I'm just I can't remember if it's 10 plus the challenge rating or 15 plus the challenge rating. I think it's 10.
Let's see. Making a wisdom check against a DC of 10 plus the object's hardness or the target's CR.
Right. Okay. So that is successful.
It is successful. Okay. So with that sense motive,
Yeah, with that sense motive, you also it is aggressive. It intends to do something.
harm us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not being friendly.
It's not being friendly. I yell as I beat the shit out of it. I'm just going for it.
Okay.
All right. First attack.
We brought a martial character.
What?
We brought a martial character.
Yeah. All the casters would be like, okay, friend,
Take us to your master. We will talk to you.
we're cowards.
29 to hit on the first attack.
Don't hit.
Cool. Do you want me to just roll for damage at the end, or just roll for each damage?
Roll for attacks first.
Okay, roll second attack. That is a even higher number. I'm assuming that'll hit too.
Yep.
All right.
I think you've got like 6 attacks because you're hasted.
You're correct. And the extra attack is that's at the highest.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So 18, 19, 27 to hit on the third.
Yep.
Cool. That about
You're looking for a 20.
Looking for a 20. Okay. Fourth attack hits. Fifth attack hits.
And you're gonna kill him.
Sixth attack is going to hit as well. They all hit.
I will take you to master. You ain't taking fucking nowhere.
Take this.
Okay, hang on. Let me get my die together.
I was gonna cast Calm Emotions, but I guess never mind.
Never mind.
Shit, I'm missing a die.
What is the what's the bonus damage? You do like 2d6 or 2d8 or something plus what?
2d8. 2d8 plus 6. I've got a +3 for, I guess, my strength, and then a +3 magic because the amulet. And then that amulet has an additional 1d6 of acid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's 2d8 plus 1d6 plus 6?
Correct.
Okay.
I gotta grab another d8.
Yeah. Well, it's not guaranteed that he's gonna kill him in one round.
But it's possible.
Okay. Let me start rolling stuff here.
Fucking drop the rocks, bro.
Hey man, I tried to be his buddy, okay, and then he just got handsy. So
Yeah, that's fair. Never go to a second location with an earth elemental.
Rick and Morty reference?
15.
Is it a what reference?
Rick and Morty?
I mean, that's just like a life lesson. My parents always said, like, never.
Never get in the car with an earth elemental.
Never go to a second location. Nothing good happens after the 5th of Del Mall. You know, usual shit.
Nothing good happens after the 50th, the 5th of Delamal, except for the 60th of Einenbaum.
Oh, the Einenbaum. Oh, when the wind changes. Oh.
Well, actually, that's Largo's birthday, but whatever, you forgot.
Yeah, our birthdays are like a day apart.
Delamal is after Einenbaum.
Well, what comes after Delamal Einenbaum of next year?
I don't even know when my birthday is.
I don't know if we sorted that out.
It's today.
Just fighting Earth Elemental, and Dakota's like, it's my birthday, by the way.
I think we could reasonably say nothing good happens on the 17th of Lidney,
Okay.
which is
Is
the
that-
day. That's the day Bort and Fui were both born.
Okay. Yeah, Bort can change his history. Fui will forever be a bane on the existence of the world.
That's fine. Yeah, I think by this point Fui's probably died of like dysentery.
Yeah.
Okay, apologies for the wait, guys. That's 117 points of damage total.
Jesus Christ.
It's probably.
So yeah, Mirok, you just feel a shower of once living rock crumble over your head. Yanni breaks bricks with his martial art prowess.
Good Lord. I get up and I dust myself off.
Not your turn.
Oh, okay. I assume that took us out of initiative.
Largo.
Oh, you think there's only one earth elemental?
Largo kind of gets up, brushes himself off, looks at Yanni and says, "Well, what did it say?"
It tried to take. It wanted to take me to the master.
Did it seem mean?
Yes, it was aggressive.
Here we go.
My attack was warranted.
All right. A second earth elemental comes out of the ground in front of Dakuda and attempts to grab him.
I had that spell ready. Would that work?
Yeah, you can give that a shot. I'm just for future reference. That's readying an action as opposed. You said hold your action.
Okay.
So ready in action is you say, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the trigger for it to happen. And holding an action is just, I'm going to wait and see what happens.
I was holding because I wanted to wait to see if we were going to attack. So I don't know. That's up to you how you want to do that.
I mean, I prefer to go with what you said you were doing, which is holding an action. So
That's fine.
the earth elemental comes out of the ground and reaches its arms around you and tries to grab you in a bear hug. What is your combat maneuver defense?
Do you want to see if my new cloak helps at all first? Because I know my combat defense sucks. Combat maneuver defense 20?
20?
Damn.
That's pretty good.
Mine's 11.
That's pretty good.
Possible?
It's going to be 10 plus your base attack bonus, which is 6, plus your strength and your dexterity modifiers.
4, yeah. So that's 20.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. He rolled abysmally low. Got a 22. And yeah, Largo.
Do I get any bonus? No, probably don't need bonus for haste. No.
Actually, you do get a +1 bonus for haste.
That's still.
It gives you a +1 bonus to AC and reflex, which is a dodge bonus, and dodge bonuses are applied to your combat maneuver defense. So Largo, you just see these two, tentacles of rock wrap around Dakuda and then join together on the other side. And Dakuda, you're, bear hugged into this elemental's chest, if that's what it is. Sure. It's sort of amorphous. Your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Can I grapple bow? Can I dimension door out of there?
You can try. It will take a concentration check.
Yeah, I'm going to try dimension door out. Roll a 17.
Okay, yeah. Where are you bamfing to?
Guess there's not a lot of room, so guess I was facing that. I'm actually going to take the cowardly route.
Largo's facing down Earth Elemental.
Okay. Mirok.
I get up. I assume I can move, right?
Well, you can stand up as a move action.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, is it only a move action or can it be a standard action?
It can be either.
Okay, I do it as a standard action and I move up to the earth elemental. I put myself in between it and Largo.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
I was there.
You were, yeah, you were.
Okay. All right. In the distance, you can hear a loud, slamming of rock on rock.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I think we should keep trying to talk to these.
Yanni.
Yeah.
I like the way Yanni talked to that last one.
Yeah, that works.
Yanni, it's your turn.
Yep.
No.
I guess I will move to the threat.
Okay. There's a.
If I can get around all the people.
You can try. Give me an acrobatics check.
Make it sound like a fun little challenge.
You already got past all of us already.
29.
29. Okay. Because of the cramped conditions, the Earth Elemental is going to get an attack of opportunity on you as you try to squeeze past it as well. Because you have to get on the opposite side of it from Mirok, because there's just no space for you to stand in front of it.
Makes sense.
And that is going to be that's going to be a 17 to hit, which I'm sure is going to miss. What's your armor class?
33 currently.
I mean, even with the penalty for trying to like squeeze around and through, you still like he just punches the wall beside him. Get around to the other side. Okay. You want to make a couple of attacks?
Yeah.
You
Do I
can
still
make
get the
two.
just two? The haste is only on full round actions. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Cool. Here we go. Ooh, 19 on the die. That'll hit.
Okay.
Second. 15 on the die. That'll hit too.
Okay. So that's not going to be enough to destroy him. So I'm just going to move on to Largo. You let me know what the damage is when you.
You got it.
Man, I was going to cast Displacement on Yanni.
Well, he's no longer in this place. He's in that place.
I know.
Is that touch or range?
That is touch.
Oh, did Dan just walk off?
Yes.
Oh, how about damage?
See you guys later.
So probably didn't handle this situation as diplomatically as the others in the party would have liked. But I did try to talk to it.
You handled it like a marshal, dude. So you're like, hey, what's up, dude? What's going on? It's like, oh yeah, I'm this. You want to see Master? And then Eli was like, I'll show you Master. He's like, no, fuck.
Consent matters, okay? Consent matters.
Yeah, he was trying to take you to a second location, man. And like honestly, realistically, if he had taken us there, his master is probably who we're here to kill, so we'd probably be fighting them anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yanni, how much damage was it?
That was 44 points of damage.
Okay.
You'll have to give me just a second, boys.
I gave you like a minute.
Well, I have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, no.
I love Largo's plans. They always work perfectly.
I think they do. They really do.
What if we put this Earth Elemental to sleep and we make it think that he can fight the Orc chieftains and become their leader?
We already have that guy. That's Berg. We just get Berg. Like, Berg, you're in charge of Lund now. He'd be like, okay.
Oh, Dan, does Bird speak Terran?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Okay. I will make a note of that, and I will only speak to him in Terran.
I think I learned Terran from Berg. Check my notes.
I'm gonna fucking cast mirror image on myself. Okay. And then go small. Okay.
That's 1d4 plus something images.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'll let you know how many in just a second and move on.
Okay. The
Earth Elemental is going to attack Mirok twice.
Thank you.
And that is a 30 and a 26 to hit.
Both will hit.
For 19 and 18 points of damage.
Okay.
Bless you.
And you've got the 4 DR from your armor and your shield, so subtract that from each hit.
Yeah, so it's a -8. So it's 29 points of damage.
Got 5 images. Cool.
I believe it's my turn.
It is now Dakuta's turn.
Dakuta's turn. Okay.
Yeah, everything, a lot of things that we can do are very, like, they would hurt everybody.
Wow, I'm way down there.
Mirok, give me a knowledge planes.
You got it. Okay. That's maybe not where I wanted that roll to happen tonight, but that's where it's going to happen. I rolled a natural 20. My knowledge planes is 13, so that's going to be 43.
Okay. You know the earth elementals do not breathe, and that sleeping gas would not work on them.
Okay.
Dakuta.
Cast spectral hand.
You're gonna force punch it?
Truthfully, I was hoping to do heroism on Yanni, but we'll probably kill it before that happens.
Okay, Mirok.
I do know Terran. I thought I did not, but I do. I must have learned it from Berg. I in Terran say to it.
Watching Berg.
I learned it from watching Berg make oatmeal, so I only know oatmeal related words. I say to it,
What's the oatmeal?
"Want some oatmeal?" I say to it, "Tell us who your master is, and we'll happily go, or what your master is, and we will go with you." And I will roll a diplomacy check with that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll for another natural 20.
Yeah.
That's not that, but that's okay. 31.
Okay. The the elemental sort of, again, it's the sound of rocks rubbing against rocks. It's and yeah, when you speak Terran, it's a lot of but he says the torment of Tarnholm, the cold axe curse.
Oh snap! Okay. I did clarify though. I will say I did clarify. I said what your master. Oh yeah, what I guess does fit that, not who. That is, yeah, they're mutual. Does it seem like, is it still in a combat form? Because I'm like, hey man, just fucking, you made your point. Take us to your guy.
Well, I mean, it's still defending itself.
Okay, all right. I put out my hand, and then that is the end of my turn. And in initiative, Yanni's next. So I'm looking at Yanni behind this thing, just like,
What a predicament you've put me in, Mirok.
I've put you in the same predicament that started this.
I think my charisma modifier shows I'm not the face of this organization.
Absolutely not. You're the brains and the muscle.
Can I do a sense motive before I start throwing fists?
Okay. You can. Yeah.
So he said the cold axe curse.
That's a sense motive of 25.
Okay. You get a sense of aggression, a sense of it's hard. I mean, this thing is not necessarily living. You know, you're really ballparking on its body language here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it still seems aggressive. It
Okay.
does not seem calm or gentle or.
I basically give Mirok one of these,
Mhm.
and I just full action attack this thing.
Yeah, go for it, dude. Totally. I mean, again, I asked it who its master was. And it's like the fucking Tarnholm, shit fest. So he's clearly not a friend.
Yep. All right, away we go.
He's like, thanks for the info.
Yeah, that was helpful.
First attack, 19 on the die again. This is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff. Second hit's over 30. Third, dude, everything I'm rolling right now is over 10. This is awesome. Another one over 30. Natural 20. Natural 20.
It's dead.
Yes, sir. I would like to give you an action die.
Are you sure you want to spend an action die and not just roll to see if you hit?
Oh my god, fine. It's no fun, but
I'm
I'll
just
do it.
saying. You can do whatever you want.
Well, okay, I rolled a 3, but I still have a bunch of bonuses here. So hang on, let's see. 18. Ace is +1. Do I get +1 for flanking? Or is Mirok flanking?
You get +2 for flanking.
Oh, okay. I got a 21 to hit from that crit confirmation.
On the fucking 3. Confirmed a critical on the 3.
Yep.
Okay. I think that was 4. So number 5. Yep, that hits. And the 6th attack. Okay, that's a 17 on the die. That'll still hit too.
Okay, so I am certain that you have destroyed this thing, but you can feel free to roll the damage so you know how much damage you did in this one round.
It's okay.
No. Roll it.
You gotta roll.
You gotta roll it, dude. Because
Okay.
otherwise Glenn will be like, I got the highest damage in one round. Like you gotta step to it.
Well, he probably still does. I wasn't raging, so I mean, there's a lot of damage just off the table from that.
Okay, so yeah, you beat it to rubble.
Yay. And I just, okay, after I look up from the rubble, I'm just like, it gave me bad vibes. Mirok, I'm sorry.
I spit brick dust out of my mouth and I go, it's fine. I got what I needed.
Okay.
Like, hey, Jackhammer, what did it say?
It says it serves its master is the cold axe curse, the bane of Tarnholm. Is that what it said? It gave like honorifics.
Torment.
The torment of Tarnholm.
Does the cold axe thing mean anything to you?
Yes. Cold axe is one of the dwarven names. One of the early like mayors of Tarnholm. Like, so all the names are dwarven, and then they all became human.
The name Cold Axe was on the name of the founding documentation as far as like the settling of the town and the paying of the fee to establish a township, a dwarven settlement in human lands. But you notice that in the town hall where it had a founder's monument, the other names were on that monument, but not Cold Axe.
Yeah.
We hid a bunch of silver behind that monument, didn't we? That was the fireplace. So it was like maybe
it was behind that. It was behind the founding monument. But yeah, so like you got
Poetic.
The Cold Axe apparently fronted money to found a town,
but did not get credit in the town memorial.
Oh, okay. So he was like, I'll pitch in 50 bones to found this town, but then he never got his payout.
Give me a knowledge history check.
Okay, let's just crank out another natty 20.
For those who care, that was 139 points of damage.
Good lord. That's a 19.
19
Oh.
total.
Yeah, so I rolled a 3. My modifier is 19. I don't think there's anything else I need to take into account for that. Or my modifier is 16.
Wine.
Say again?
You drank tears to wine.
Yeah, so that's +5. So that's 24. Thank you.
With a 24, you know that Koldax is one of the noble clans in Cass, which is surprising that they would have participated in the founding of Tarnholm, as it was mostly hill dwarves
Yeah.
seeking, an opportunity outside of Cass to better their lives.
Yeah.
Do you want to throw in an action die?
I will use my last action die.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for anything?
Yes, please.
D8.
D8, yes.
7.
7? Okay.
Yep.
There are a set of 8 black anvils that are considered the national treasures of Cass. And they are adamantine anvils upon which magic items can be crafted without the use of spells.
Ooh, okay.
Koldax is one of the clans that owns one of these anvils.
Mm-hmm.
But they have not made anything or publicly shown that the anvil for several generations.
Incredible. Do I know like how the Koldax clan is regarded within Cass?
A noble clan, high of birth, that's waning in power.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, I think we all understand.
As you all understand this, you hear the sound of crumbling rock from whence you came, and you all can feel a draft pull past you towards where you came. Oh boy.
So there's a draft going past us. So like the air is flowing out.
Yes. Yeah, you can see particularly like Largo's beard and his robes, Dakuta's robes. They're fluttering as there is a draft moving down the tunnel towards the entrance suite you came in.
Just because it is very important, I just want to say I don't have any robes, but my cloak would do that.
I look at Mirai and go, pick me up and let's go. Because remember, I'm still small.
I pick you up and then just hot potato you to Yanni. and then I just start like Khazad Doom running, just like
Actually, you reach down and whiff through one of Largo's mirror images. Reach down, whiff through one of Largo's mirror images.
I realize what's happening and dismiss that spell.
Yeah, no, I like that. So I grab a mirror image and I just take off, and then I'm gone. And then Yanni just actually picks up the real Largo.
Okay.
Yeah, like the dum 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 dum.
Yeah, I'm so strong. He feels like nothing.
Okay. So you guys are hauling ass.
Continue hauling ass.
And I'll say, Mirok is leading the charge once again.
Goddamn right. This is my fucking mine.
Dakota, are you going to the rear? Are you gonna fall in behind Mirok or?
Wherever I was closest to
Okay.
that time.
And Yanni is like doing a power walk behind everybody while carrying Largo. The rest of you are like full on running. And Yanni's like, this is no problem. Pass me.
I'm quietly annoyed that I can't really be flying. I know
Uh,
I could, but I don't. I'm not.
and Mirok, you come to an opening in the chamber.
Mm.
Immediately upon entering, you see this massive black metal object in the center of this chamber, made out of the same metal as your armor.
Oh.
You get an anvil?
Yeah, it is.
Blacksmiths.
Yeah.
So it's a big metal table.
You wouldn't know.
It fucking is a goddamn anvil.
They haven't shown it.
Well, you would all know a regular anvil. You would
That's
not
true.
know an artifact magic anvil forged by dwarves thousands of years ago.
But
Right.
this is
But you just said it's black, and I know it's adamantine, and I'm assuming it's shaped like an anvil.
It's more shaped like a big black metal table. It does have like the rounded points sticking out on each corner. It's not shaped like an anvil.
but
It's
But
anvil 4 people can work on at the
has
same time.
Anvilian quality.
yeah, I think Mirok knows what this is.
A multi-anvil.
You want to roll for it?
I think Mirok can figure it out. I think the rest of you are gonna walk in and be like,
what the fuck is that?
So weird looking
What?
table.
well, the rest of you are gonna walk in and be like, holy shit, that's a lot of adamantine.
Yeah.
But Mirok has an even more holy shit because this is a cultural artifact of the dwarves.
Yeah,
This is
I'm.
an immensely powerful magic item,
Should not.
and it should not be here.
Yeah.
You do know that there is one of the 8 black anvils of Cass is in Kyla. It's owned by the dwarves that live in Kyla.
Oh.
There's not all of them are in Cass, and some of them are missing.
Just think how much money we could get if we melt this down.
I immediately just killed Dakuda.
Now you probably look at Dakuda with a look of incredulity because you know that once it's forged, it's impossible to melt down.
Yeah, you can't. You.
You don't even know.
You don't even know.
At the heat death of the universe, it's just going to be all entropy and 8 anvils, man. Just spin.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
I'm full weeping, and
Up your lips around, blow it back in.
I'm walking.
That was
into
like the
room.
XKCD comic from yesterday.
Okay.
Literally yesterday. I thought you might have been referencing it.
No.
Sorry, go ahead, Mirok.
I'm walking into the room. I don't think I would roll any perception checks because I'm just like, it's the body of Christ in front of me,
Okay.
Just walking right up to it.
Okay. Dakuda, are you
I'm detecting magic.
okay?
It's a mimic.
Dude, that would be
What are you doing as you enter the room?
I'm explaining to Largo the intricacies of power walking, that you have to have 1 foot on the ground at all times. So I'm just not even
Yeah. Okay.
paying attention.
So Dakuda,
incredibly powerful transmutation magic coming from that anvil.
Ooh. Oh.
Stronger than anything you've seen before.
Okay, we probably won't melt this down.
There is a second aura in the room.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
There's something else here.
And near the wall, laying beside a dwarven corpse, there is a hammer that is detecting as magic.
Yeah, here. Hey, Mirok, you might want to see this.
I'm looking at the anvil. I go, I am seeing this.
There's another thing you might want to see this.
Huh?
And I gesture over towards it.
I run full speed over there.
So 3 minutes later.
Yeah.
There is okay, and also Dakota, you do see that there is what is left of like some tables, stations used for study, crafting, alchemy, and a bookcase down here. There's also holes in the ground
Right. Yeah.
that look very precarious.
Mm.
Dan, could I go peek in one of the precarious holes?
I'm going to continue over with Mirok and focus on it so I can give him some information as it comes.
Okay.
Also, as I'm leaning over this hole, like holding Largo extra tight, I'm gonna be like, I wonder where that master guy is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can put me down at this point if you want to, but I'm also perfectly happy this way.
I just if you're happy, I'm happy.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a perception check, Yanni.
37.
Looking down, you see a sort of, it goes down, there's a crack in the floor. It looks like whatever was beneath it was tunneled away and it left a cavity, and parts of this floor cracked and fell in. It doesn't look like it's an intentional hole. It looks like it's a small cave in. It goes down maybe like 20 or 30 feet and opens into what looks like a passage or a tunnel.
Okay, could I do some sort of like engineering check to check the stability of the room we're in? I'm worried about like a cave in.
Sure. Dakota, you focus on that hammer and you're not getting a clear, like with other magic items, like they have a very specific purpose that they fulfill. This one has a sort of open-ended, again, transmutation effect, but its magic seems to be somewhat tied to the anvil.
Right.
That they're meant to be used in concert. I will say that between, particularly Mirok, looking at the hammer does not look to be the same make and design as the anvil. And you have no, get down. You have no recollection of there being paired hammers to the anvils. This hammer looks like it was made, within the last generation or so of dwarves.
Not cool.
So this, it's not nearly as old as the anvil. It was.
I grab it.
Okay.
Yep. I'm curious. I grab it.
It's a adamantine hammer. It does look like a blacksmith hammer, not a weapon hammer.
Mm-hmm.
But it is. One thing you do notice about it, even though it is like one solid piece of adamantine, there's like a groove between the shaft and the hammerhead, where it looks like some old rotted like leather or something was stuffed inside. And you kind of imagine, oh yeah, if you want to like hit metal with a metal rod, it's going to hurt a lot if there's not some sort of so there's probably something stuffed in there to dampen the shock, but it's rotted away.
I'm taking the hammer and I'm walking away and I'm going over to the anvil. I'm going to start climbing up onto that plinth with my hammer.
Okay.
Are you gonna just go like this?
I'm going to do some cool shit, bro. Does anyone else want to do anything before I...
You're not gonna hit that. Right?
Look at you with concern and say, I don't think this room is structurally sound.
What was your engineering check, Jan?
26.
26. It does look like this section of ground where there was a cave in, like you don't want to get any closer to that. Like maybe that this 10-foot square is unstable.
Okay,
And you're not sure about this over here, but that doesn't look great either.
cool. Then I will take myself and my best compatriot in the world away from these unstable areas.
And you're just holding me against your chest.
I imagine you're just like on my shoulder, or it's like,
Okay.
you know how like a little kid like sits on their
Yeah.
dad's like shoulders. You're just like,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm up there. Okay, that's fine. I mean, if you want that, I also tell you that like I'm perfectly happy walking
Cuddling.
by myself.
Okay. Also, I will say for Dakuta's benefit, the ceiling in here like kind of arcs upward towards in the middle where it's like almost 20 feet.
Oh.
Get down.
Not
that way.
Cats enters the room.
It's the torment of Tarnholm.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you guys want to do? Because I'm going to do my thing now.
Yeah, do the thing.
Great. I'm up on there with the hammer, and I just fucking wham, and I want to make like the loudest noise possible. And then as that resonance is just going out, I just am like, I am the mayor of Tarnholm, and I go wham, and I'm like, the last dwarf drawing air, and I keep just wailing on it over and over again.
Give me a strength check.
Me? Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, I'm saying all that shit because I'm trying to draw whatever this thing is into the area. Okay, that's not
Pretty
actually. Yeah, it's kind of a Gimli thing. Like, come on, strength. It's just a straight up 12.
Okay. So yeah, with all of your Miracly might, you slam onto this, and I mean it does make a resonant clang as you strike them together, and you feel as you are smashing this hammer into the anvil that it's almost like there's a pull from the hammer, like it's wanting something from you, like there's a desire of the hammer to be a conduit for what you're assuming is some sort of magical energy that you are not willfully providing.
Can I start channeling positive energy as I'm striking?
Well, after a couple of these slams and you feel like you begin to recognize this sense of, a connection, an arcane draw or a magical draw, everybody in the room hears the shifting sound of stone, the grinding of rock against a hard surface, and a tremor begins to move through the chamber.
Fell deeds awake. I just keep wailing on it.
Okay.
I guess I'll let Largo down. If he needs to get away from me quickly, he can have that option.
I'm down.
I try and position myself where if we need to TP, I can touch everybody as much as.
I'll stay with you then.
Okay. All right. The tremor is getting stronger. You can feel the ground not just rumbling but shaking as Mirok slams into the anvil over and over again.
If I have the time to do it, I'm going to cast heroism on Young.
Okay. Largo, you gonna get any last minute casting?
I mean, I've already got my shield and mage armor popped. I am going to. I don't want to metagame too much, but I'd like to cast Greater Invisibility. But it's 12 rounds.
Okay. I mean, you know, like it's coming to a head, and I could see Largo being like,
Well, yeah, I cast Greater Invisibility.
I'm
Okay.
just wailing on it. Now for Wrath, now for Ruin, and the Red
And
Dawn.
I don't mean to be a party pooper. It is 9:50.
How long do you want to play?
10:15 would probably be my max.
Okay.
no, it's not. We're not going to finish the combat in 25 minutes.
I hate to be a bummer, but I mean, I go to school. I gotta get up at 6 in the morning and drive to Flat Rock.
I'm cool to stop it here if we want to.
Understandable. Definitely going to give me some blue balls though on this one.
Yeah,
Mhm,
I know.
mhm,
I know.
mhm.
I just wanted to mention, you know, Tuesday night was no issue, and I was kind of like, ooh, okay, Tuesday night's kind of actually perfect. But then things happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dakota casts heroism on Yanni.
It
Goes greater visibility, and Mirak, you are channeling positive energy into the.
yeah, because I'm getting a sense like, oh, there's something more I need to be doing. So I'm trying that. As a player, if this is gonna go into next session, we might want to say like Dakota might try and teleport away and get Bort and Uhtred at the last second.
No.
No? Why not?
They can sleep in it.
Well, because if this is about to pop off,
Yeah.
Dakota teleports away, you go get Uhtred and Bort, but even if he teleports back, he's not necessarily going to land right there. And it's going to be a couple of rounds of, like, even if he teleports to Penteros,
Yeah.
find Uhtred and Bort, and, you know, they might be at the Cordessi estate, they might be at Hounson's.
Yeah, I got you.
Bort could be anywhere in the city.
Yeah, I totally get it now.
But anyway, as you guys all do those last moments of oh shit preparation, this wall just blasts open, and I'm so disappointed. I used this mini so many times, but a bullet.
Oh, it's a bullet. Sick. Okay.
But it's carapace, which is normally like a chitinous, you know, sort of beige, bony carapace, is pure silver.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
It's a silver bullet.
Oh, man.
With a silver hand.
Yes, him over there, officer.
And yeah, okay, fine. That's where we're gonna go.
I like it.
And,
Nice action.
And Glenn and Ross can spectate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Uhtred is not going to like watching somebody else.
The torment of Tarnholm.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna keep wailing on this anvil the whole fight while you guys kill it.
We're just getting the shit beat out of us.
When you push positive energy into the hammer and do that, you create a circle of protection against chaos.
Badass. It's pretty badass. Okay. Write that down.
Largo has lost all of his powers.
Does that actually happen for you?
No.
No.
Okay. I don't know.